damn good show. Aloha, everyone.
I'm selling my soul, working all day, overtime hour, bullshit pay, so I can just sit here and waste my life away with Steve Harloha and Ronnie K H today. It's such a damn shame.
It's unfiltered.
Coming in close and hot.
How do you make it out of your front door and you don't even know how to get gas? I just don't get it.
No, they're not going to take us out because they need us. We make the world go round.
You're just taking up space. You're here sucking up air.
How you doing today, brother? I hope everybody's doing great today and having a great weekend. But I said, no, let's go ahead and cook something to eat because I'm starving to death. It ain't nothing like home cooking. But, she just cooked some breakfast. Well, she made scrambled eggs, with bacon, biscuits, and gravy. There ain't that much left, though, because I ate just about all of it.
It's still like 60 degrees. I'm like, oh, I'm cold. And they're
It was cool when I got here, but 2 days later I got up in the 70s and everybody went golfing. Tuesday, Halloween, it's supposed to snow in Michigan. Last year, Chris took a picture of me shoveling the driveway in my bathing suit.
I didn't like the cold weather even when I was young. And now, that's the last thing I want is cold and snow and everything.
It'll warm up, or in Michigan it won't.
You, Hawk, Chow, David Devine, my best friends on here. Then after the welcoming part, we get into the deep part when we have our guests up. Well, when we get them on, we can just shut up and let them go.
make a beer run. That was a long time ago. Ronnie's so old that he remembers preparation A.
I sure do.
Man,
More than likely sitting there puffing on one of them joints, so.
$50 for an eighth.
gold chip.
That's pretty good.
I think that there was some shit that came over, whether it be underwater, through the ice passage in the ice wall, above water, or maybe it's just portals that can open up.
They've got certain depths that submarines can't even go to.
Any other times in your plumbing career has something sounded as crazy as the Old Faithful butthole story?
Loving this, where the guy comes in and interviews the host. This is wonderful.
It's a great story. I had so many questions.
Maybe for medical misinformation, they can go f themselves. We talked absolutely nothing about medical whatsoever. There's 11 full-grown German Shepherds in here right now.
An old friend told me that I looked like an orange with a toothpick shoved through it.
There's a special place in hell for that.
He's supposed to be the smart one.
Ronnie, I had to kill that rooster as the rooster's gone.
We're going in one ear and out the other.
You're going to turn the air conditioner up. I know how you get hot when you're sitting in that spot. Satan himself is dwelling right there in that computer, and we are fighting against him, bro. Hey, I want y'all to keep kicking ass because y'all are kicking ass.
Oh, and Gary, this question's been on my mind for a while now. Could you please watch our show more often and keep your son in line?
I tried.
Does everyone remember back in the day when everyone wasn't offended so easy, like in grade school, and you'd go, UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. Remember that?
Yeah, when I was singing that song about myself.
I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier. I don't even know why that popped in my head, but UGL. Like, I wonder if we sang that today, people would be so offended.
Oh, you'd probably go to jail.
Right? Yeah, no kidding, right?
Hello, everybody in the chat. Hope y'all are doing great today. Welcome, everyone. There's Chow. Big Chow. Bonnie. It ain't open. No, it's wrong. Well, it ain't. There it goes. Oh, a little slowing upside today, I guess. Where'd Bonnie
Yeah,
go?
we got over 40 people here. Shoot. Let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah. Snoot. Eric, what's up, buddy?
Creek Squad.
The creek's what all went count, man. There he is. Buff is here. What's up, Buff? Miss Karen. And Ronnie and Steve are here, believe it or not. Don't know why, but we're here. Mr. William Terry. Hello, William.
Hey,
Sure.
Martha Thompson. Hello, Mom. Aloha.
Oh, that is your mom. That's right.
That's Dave. Dave's not here. That's Dave's not here, man's mom. And,
Oh, is it?
and my
Okay.
mom.
Yeah, that I get. What's your mom's name again? Her first name?
Shar.
Okay.
Shar, yep.
Call them both moms because they're confusing, Steve.
Yeah. Well, they both did raise me, so when
Little Mike and
I
Cindy.
wasn't getting in trouble at my house, and when I was hanging out with Dave, I was getting in trouble at his house. So
Yeah. Oh, I know. Believe me, I know that pattern very well. Uh-oh. Mr. Craig the Hunter is here. He's in the house. What's up, Craig? Good to see you, brother.
Craig the Hunter. Hey,
Craig's everywhere.
Hopkins.
He's Craig's everywhere. You know, he don't mess around. Don't even go get you.
Craig don't mess around. He's like, when he does his shows, he's like I am when I go to get groceries. I know exactly what I'm going for. I go in, I get it, and I get the hell out. And that's how he does his shows.
That's right.
Quick and to the point.
Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that, brother. He's jumping around like a rabbit on hot asphalt or something. Here's mine. That's good. I've done that quite a few times myself.
What's up, big chap? Karen Reese, aloha. Snooks, Bonnie's, Neil. Oh, everybody's here. Garrett, emotional damage.
Very
Tell me
emotional.
why. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I got a funny story for Garrett. What was it, yesterday? Yeah, it was. It was yesterday. Me and Nina were driving, or actually Nina was driving, and I haven't listened to the actual radio in forever. And most of the time when me and Nina are driving in her car, we don't have the radio on at all because, keep each other company. So, but we had the radio on for some reason. And I was like, what? I turned it up a little bit. And that's the song that was on. Tell me why. It's like, no way. What
Go ahead and
are
sing
they
it, Steve.
on? What's that?
Go ahead and sing the song. You
That's all I
started.
know of it. It was an 80 or 90s boy band, but that's all I know of it. Tell me why.
And you need to learn the one. And I come to like this song pretty good. And even though it's it's kind of getting old now, but Chap knows it all. I just climbed down from a cottonwood tree. I've been running from some honey bees. Now that's about all I know of it. But Chap knows it all.
That's
I
a
don't know
good
how
song.
it does.
I definitely don't know it, but I know I've heard it.
Me either, but I mean, like I said, that's all I know of it. Chap sang it a couple times before. He's good at it. Of course, Chap's good at all of them, particularly at, what do you call it, acapella?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Good Citizen Media. Oh, and Miss Mindersue's here. Aloha, Miss Mindersue. Sharon Mercier.
Yeah, lots of good folks here today. I know a song. I don't know full songs. But I know a song or two, pieces of song or two of his. Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, there's only two songs that I know the whole song without, having to look up the lyrics or anything. And one's Harry Chapin and the other one's Adam Calhoun.
Yeah, I know a couple too. Well, probably three. Like, please, Daddy, please don't cry. The one by Sonny James, Young Love, and Comanche, the Brave Horse. That's a good song. I mean, it's got a good melody too. I think it is. It's an old country song. And, it's just, I heard it when I was a kid. That's how long ago it's been.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait, I lied. There's three because I know the Happy Birthday song. Does that count?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Many times we've sung that song, it's got to count. Oh, Creek, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Creek working again today, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, we on the loudspeaker, Creek. You got us playing over the store radio? so everybody can hear us.
I hope he does. I mean, we're so good. Why wouldn't everybody want to hear us? Best Sunday talk
Exactly.
video there is that I know of anyway. Of course, I don't watch anybody else find out. But not a duo anyway. I know it, man. Can you really? Do you know how long my beard would be if I'd been let it grow this time? It'd be beating yours, man. Well, I'd have one heck of a beard. I told him the other night, Steve, that on my bucket list, before I ever pass away, what I want to do is go in, not shaving, but trim his beard off real short. So all he has to do is, him or somebody else shave it. He doesn't know anybody mess my beard.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was what 4, maybe 5 years ago. My mom came to visit, and she says, "What's that shit on your face, Steven?" So, and I don't get to see my mom that often, right? So I'm like, you know what? Before I went to bed, I was like, I'll shave it and surprise her in the morning. And the very second I was done shaving, instant regret. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Because I got a funny looking chin. So
funny looking chin.
Got to cover that shit up. White Life, what's up, brother?
Am I in my show or am I in yours? I don't even know which one I'm on. I'm supposed to be in yours.
I got both of them open.
I do too, but I don't know which one I'm in. At least I thought I did. People here. Oh, let me do that. Shit, I guess I had to. I don't know what the hell I have to do here. It looks like I'm in mine, but there's not another one up there to go to. The journey can just go back and forth. Let me see if I can pull up another one here. Something ain't right.
Yankees for life. Aloha, Yankees.
See if I'll have two up here and be echoing.
Or you want me to pull one? I'll pull one down and pull the other up.
I'm echoing. I'm gonna have to
leave. Right, here, I'll take the other one away. Oh wait.
Oh, there
you go.
Yes, that. Okay, now I'm on yours. I think. Well, mine should come up too. I don't know why it ain't coming up without echoing. Let's see.
There ain't no echoing on this side.
Well, I ain't got it up yet. I just closed it out too. So, see, here it is.
Charlotte's Webbing, aloha.
Let me turn it down. Am I echoing now?
Not for me or not.
Okay, good. I got mine and yours going now. But mine's not on stream, Lord, I don't think. It don't matter. I still do everything I need to do. So, which ain't nothing. I mean, do everything on your show.
Oh, Ms. Mindersea said she's got a generator going, but no stove or water.
Y'all lose your power for something? Y'all have a storm or what?
Yeah, no water too. Wow.
Yeah, it hadn't rained here in a while, man. I mean, since all that rain we had, it's like somebody turned the tap off, and it ain't rained a drop. Well, maybe a drop here and there. About it. Drying a bone here now.
Oh, I got a question for everyone in chat too. Or maybe you do this and you can help me understand better. I don't know. But so I do work for this contractor, and he was like, "Hey, that one job we did last week, he's got separate plumbing something, blah 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 blah." He's like, "Here's his number, here's his name and number, da da da." So I text the dude and I just said, "Hey, this is Steve Harloha with Harloha's Plumbing. So and so told me, just text me back and let me know what's going on, and I'll schedule something to come out. Instantly, my phone rings. So if someone texts you, do you call them right away or do you text them back?
I don't know.
Like, I just don't get, especially when the text said, text me and let me know. And he instantly, it's like he didn't have time to read the text message. He just seen I text and then called.
Well, what y'all do? Send them about the same time? The text?
No, it was the first time I ever texted him. I just got his number from the contractor. So it's like he must have read the first sentence saying that, oh, this is that plumbing guy, and then didn't even read it and just called. But I don't know. Someone texted me. I'm not going to call him right away. So I didn't answer it because I never answer my phone anyway. So
What have you heard if you're gonna get any work from him or not?
yeah, I'm going back there this week, but I just don't understand phone etiquette for some people. Like,
I don't understand it for anybody anymore. I mean, really.
right?
Some people.
You remember, like not too long ago, people used to pay for ringtones.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And now it seems like everyone's phone is on like vibrate. But it's funny how times change so quick, right? Hey, Mom.
Oh, what's up, Frank? Good to see you, brother.
Ronnie, what's up, brother?
I'll call you Ronnie. How you doing, Ronnie? I ain't got your phone number for one reason, Rink. How you doing today? I'm surprised to see Rink in here. That's the first time I've seen either one of them in a while.
Yeah, I seen he was at my premiere the other day. It's always good to see Rank. Hey, aloha, Keebler. But yeah, that premiere I had that kind of sucked because our original video I lost half the footage, so I basically had to start over and write a whole new one, or not write a whole new one, edit a whole new one.
Edit or what? How do you lose the footage?
I don't know. I literally know I was working on it one night, and then I don't even remember what happened. Like I had to restart my computer or something, and everything was just gone. Or no, yeah, I had it all saved in there, and then I had it all in my editing software. And then when I went to refresh it, everything just disappeared. Not everything, but more than half. So I was like, "Oh wait, hold on, I got a text. Hold on. Read this out loud. Ronnie's rules." Okay. That was a text from Mr. the Hunter.
Oh, was it? What do you mean?
What's up, Mike Jones?
Mike?
Count Derpula, what's up?
One of these days, we're going to have to get Craig back up here again, just to, for one final last time for me to bullshit with him, because
right
of the situation. It seems that the only place I can get Craig to come up is when I'm with you. He won't mess with me on my channel. I guess he's afraid if I get a strike, he'll get one too. I don't know. You're darn right, Craig. Right on.
Yeah, because YouTube's all about that equality, So if you get a strike, they're going to give one to him too, because they give one to everyone.
Well, yeah, and he deserves one. As hard as Craig's worked not to get one, he deserves one. Just for the heck of it. We'll try. I'll do what we can do to help Craig.
He said, "I'm scared to be alone with Ronnie." That's funny.
And that probably pays, Craig. That's probably the right way to be. Well, the point gets me about the strikes is, a lot of times I'm saying stuff that I feel is totally innocent that everybody in the world should know anyway. Common sense tells you these things.
Right.
But I've got strikes for it just for stupid stuff like that.
Me too. That the one time, and for you, because I know a few of the ones you did get a strike for. I watched those, and it makes me think if because it's so easy to go to anyone's channel and then you can just report them, and
Yeah,
then YouTube won't even look over it, and they'll just take a random person's word for it and give them a strike, and it's like it's just it's not fair, and all
right.
because some troll or some asshole doesn't like you or doesn't like what you're talking about, you know. Hey, aloha, kettle heads.
Exactly, but well, there's been one or two, but most of those strikes have been my own fault, not yours, but or anyone else's. Like at one night, Chap and I were talking about a certain something, and all I said was, and it is, I don't remember if we had showed the name of the stuff or not. I don't think we had. Maybe we did. I don't remember. I said, well, it seems to me like it's just common sense for if you're ever going to do it, to start taking it early as preventative. That was just my opinion. I wouldn't tell anybody to do anything, but that ain't the way they took it. It wasn't, of course, can't say the name, which I ain't going to.
Did you read Rank's comment?
So,
That's
so
funny as
sure.
shit.
Did you enjoy it though, Rank? That's the question.
That's funny.
I didn't. Your feet stink. Smelled like a kangaroo. Oh man.
Like wildlife's always got these good history facts.
You ain't kidding. Yes,
Right, exactly, Dean. Dean, exactly. That's what I say in the intro for the Sunday show. It says if you don't like, turn the fucking channel.
That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. That's what I do. I mean, I've never reported anybody in my life for anything. I don't give a shit what they think or say. It's their opinion. Everybody should be welcome to their opinion anyway, whether you agree with it or not. If you don't, or like I say, turn the damn channel. How hard is that to do?
Yep, I've never reported anyone, and that's what I do. If I'm like, what is this bullshit? I just turn it, because you got to be some kind of an asshole to be like, what is this bullshit? Oh, I'm going to show you. Like,
Exactly.
really, you're that miserable? You're going to go out of your way and spend all that energy on something like that when all you got to do is find something else that you like?
They took me down for however many seconds it was that night. Maybe it's 5 seconds, whatever, just for retelling the news. I mean, I couldn't, when I started telling it, they took me down. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know what I was going to say. They took me out, and then when it's over, they put it back on, which is about 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. Sure did. It's just so stupid. They don't even know what the hell you're going to say, yet they take you down. I don't even remember what it was. I mean, it wasn't that big a deal, whatever it was. But they're looking for anything from me, Steve, to hammer me with.
Yep.
They hammer me when they get a chance.
And I'm pretty sure you're whatever they call that, shadow banned or whatever, because I had to go to your YouTube channel homepage to I didn't get a notification or anything.
Yeah, that's what people have been telling me. I'm here now for I don't know how long, a couple of weeks, a month, whatever, that they're not receiving my notifications. That's right, Wildlife, I did it. Whether I did it or not, if it's concerning YouTube, I did it. If it's bad. But hey, I don't care. I probably more than likely did do it. If it's bad for them, well, then it's good for me.
Aloha, Hope Rising, and Steve O.
Oh, Hope, Steve O.
I changed the channel and it's Ronnie and Steve there too. We're everywhere.
Well,
I
they
don't
only
like what
want
Ronnie's talking about today. I'm gonna go over to Steve's channel and see what he's talking about. Ah, shit. Same thing.
well, hey, you get when you got on us, you're getting two very handsome guys, very smart guys. We may not really know shit, but we're still very smart.
And I'm the best damn plumber that ever plumbed a plumb.
That's right. That's right. Don't ever forget that. Of course, he's stranded in Hawaii, so if you need the best plumber in the world that's ever plumbed a plumb, you can't get this one unless you're in Hawaii.
Yeah, true. True.
Unless you want to pay one hell of a price for him to come wherever you are.
And that is a hell of a price because I thought about that. Like, even when I go, if I take a vacation to go back to Michigan to visit family and stuff, it's like I still don't got all my tools. I don't have, it's like,
Kind of like traveling naked, ain't it?
yeah, it's weird. I mean, I guess I do have some tools back in Michigan, but because I left them all there, but they got all over the years. I'm sure they got sold or thrown out or misplaced or.
Well, hey, I mean, you can if you get somebody that pays enough to come plumb, you can always buy new tools and just leave them scattered everywhere, So if you need them, when you're there again, you can just run over and you got to put them in a safe place, of course. Just kidding.
Right. Oh, Charlotte's Webbing, is that true? No shit. The creator gets your address. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's right there. Well, what creator?
Whoever reported you to get the strike.
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, see, now.
Why would they do that?
So they harass you, I guess.
Man.
But all you can do now, all that I say on the last 2 or 3 of mine, is all you can do now when you get a strike is it's just appeal. You can't put nothing in there. You can't say anything in your defense. It's just appeal. That's it.
That's bullshit too, because I mean, I haven't had one in a long time, but the two that I did have, the first one, I was allowed to. I left like a long paragraph, and I won, so they took the strike away. But then the one right after that, I was also able to leave my side, but then they changed it. So yeah, now you can't even like defend yourself.
That's right. You can't. The first 1 or 2 I got, I knew I could put in, whatever I want to say, in my defense. Now you can't put in nothing. Just hit the, I want to appeal, and that's it. Oh, Rink had a different plumber there than you, Steve, so don't that piss you off?
He said, why don't you have him on the job? I said, the Kurt moved to Hawaii. He said, fair enough. What was he there for, Rank? I'm curious, Rank. What was the plumbing issue?
I sat down too hard on the commode and broke it. Too heavy.
Sandblasting that toilet.
Yeah, exactly. I just seen your that you put up the homeless in Hawaii thing. Right today, right before the kids got here. I hadn't got a chance to watch it yet, but I am going to watch it.
Yeah, I'm already working on the next one because that's the one that the original video that half of it got lost. So, I don't know. It's still good, but not as good as not anything that it was supposed to be, but it's still good. And then, but when Ashley was talking, I did the best I could to for the audio, but it's kind of hard to hear. Yeah. But we've been since that video, we've been back out like 3 more times, and we're going back out again today. So,
are you?
I'm already working on the next video, which will be better.
But while I'm thinking about it, we're all if I can get Steve to do this now, gonna have a karaoke show, hopefully Tuesday night. Chap, you better be there. I hope you'll be there, Chap. Hawk, if you're listening, I'm gonna invite you too, brother, and Creek Squad, Mr. B. Who else did I say, Steve? I think that's it, wasn't it?
I think that was it. Big Chap, Hawk, Creek Squad, Mr. B.
And of course, me, I'll be doing some singing. The other ones will be singing. I'll be singing.
Singing. Tuesday.
Tuesday. Of course, you can sing, Buff. You couldn't get Buff on a show that particularly sing. I would pass out, smooth pass out, if Buff actually came up to sing. If he actually came up and said a word, I'd pass out. Just to sing.
Oh, thank you, Rank K. And tell Mrs. Rank too that Nina and I send our love.
Oh, and I know who else I want to involve. We've got to invite Craig to that karaoke.
Oh yeah,
he's got to come in and sing at least one song. He said, "Hell yeah, I'll be there." Right on, Craig. Right on. And then see that way, too. Craig can still do his on Wednesday night. So, mine be Tuesday night, his be Wednesday.
That means I'll be working on the thumbnail already. I'll have the thumbnail done for you before the end of the day. Before the end of the day, my time. So, because the end of the day for everyone else, the end of the day is only 6 p.m. for me. So, yeah, 6 p.m.
I wonder if I can get Craig to sing the "Show Me Your Titty" song. He's so good at that. What I said. Some say that I am the songbird of my generation. I'll bet you are. Particularly in history, you ought to sing those history lessons. What? It'd be just as singing in some history. You ever heard that song? Me and Charlotte, about him singing about just swinging on the front porch. Bill and Charlotte, she's as pretty as the angels when they sang. I can't believe I'm out here on the front porch in the swing. This swing.
I don't think so.
Going, man.
Oh yeah, Charlotte's women. Yeah, it's 2:07 p.m. here. So yeah, 6 hours.
Hello, butterfly.
I can even sing in cursive.
Yes.
Is that true that they don't teach cursive in school anymore?
That's right. And
That
here they don't.
Doesn't make any sense, man.
It don't. It's about as stupid as you can get, in my opinion. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, you know why? This just clicked in my head. Because if they don't teach cursive and you can't write in cursive, then that means you can't read in cursive. And if you can't read in cursive, then you can't read the Constitution.
I wouldn't doubt that at all, Steve. Wouldn't doubt it at all. Who the hell knows anymore? But you know, if parents got any sense, and I don't know how many of them got sense anymore, to be honest with you, homeschooling is the way to go in the first place, in my opinion. But if you're not going to do that, at least when they get home, teach them the things that the school don't, that you know that they need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Well, like cursing, I think they need to be taught that. I mean, when I was in school, you had to learn it. So did my kids.
Me too. Yeah,
I just heard about it not too long ago here. I couldn't believe when they said that they weren't teaching cursing. Why? So why not? That's stupid. Well, nobody really knew.
Yeah, but how do people sign their names? You just print your name, and how is that a signature?
That's a good question. My dad, he couldn't write. He would sign his name with an X. But the thing was, a witness had to sign along with him. Every time I saw it anyway. But the witness could write. So now who's going to sign if you don't know how to write anything? If you have to sign with an X, then who's going to be the witness? How would they sign? They put their X there too?
Right. Yeah, that's, yeah.
There's a test. Can you read that, Steve?
If you can read, shit, hold on, I had something else. Okay.
Oh,
if you can read this, then you pasted the Watt Life cursive, or passed it.
Yeah,
Past. He put pasted past the Watt Life cursive test. You spelled past wrong. He spelled pasted. It's supposed to be PASSED.
Back to school, you what?
I want to see if I can share. Oh yeah, okay, that's
exactly. Yeah. Fire the teachers and their parents. It so is.
No. All right, let's see if I can. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I was going to show it for like 3 seconds, but this is a little bit of what I got yesterday.
Okay. There.
And man, it got dark quick. Like we were there. Hey, Indy, aloha. We got there and you seen how bright it was. And then we're talking, and then all of a sudden it's just pitch black. And I'm like, hey, we should get going. It's starting to get a little sketchy.
What time was it when it got dark? I mean, was it an hour earlier than Charles' house? Earlier than at Charles' house, or what? I mean,
No, it was like, it was after well, we got there around 6, and then after like maybe 7:15, it was just like turning a light switch. It didn't like slowly get dark. It was just like, it was like that, and then boom, it was just dark. Like, what the hell?
They're enjoying being there after dark.
Yeah, well, because during the day, we go and talk to well, you know how most people think, like, oh, homeless, oh, they're just all drug addicts and da da da. They're not, but there is, but they're not all, So during the day, we go and we talk to the homeless that are struggling, and not just there because they're just looking for another fix, but after dark, then those guys come out and it gets sketchy. So
yeah, you need to be careful when you go to places like that, regardless, no doubt about it. Particularly after dark. I wouldn't. When it got dark, I'd be tearing my rear end in a hurt. That place. Don't care how good most of them are. You got to worry about the ones that aren't good.
Right. Let's see.
But I wished I would have, I never even thought of going out feeding the homeless or anything like that. As a matter of fact, there probably were homeless around, when I was in my 20s, 30s. But I just wasn't paying any attention to it. I don't remember it. I'm sure they were homeless. I wished I would have done what you're doing now. I never did.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's like what, back in the early 70s or 60s when you were growing up?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot different then too, right?
Yeah.
As far as...
Yeah, that's before they started shipping all of our jobs overseas. And, well, it was long about that time. They started shipping all of our jobs overseas, but it got really bad at that. When they ship them all to China, wherever, Now that's what's happened to our steel plants and all mills and everything. Detroit shipped everything over. They literally sent the jobs to Mexico, China, anywhere, besides here.
Right.
Why people can't find a job now. You know, when it's worth damn anyway. You know, back in the day, in the early, I think it was 63 or 4, somewhere along there. You know, you might have to do mill work, working like where we lived at. It was a cotton mill, but at least, you know, at that time it was a good paying, it's a good job, good paying job, and not near what you make now, of course, but you know, it was the 60s. So, but then they shipped that one. What I understood happened was that they shipped one in Alabama to China or somewhere, and they took the one where we were living and sent it to Alabama, which didn't make a bit of sense to me, but that's how they did it, supposedly. Of course, I was a kid and I wasn't paying a hell of a lot of attention. I just know we lost the deal.
Yeah, well, even like you were saying about the money, it's like not like it is, but yeah, because the dollar went a lot further back then than it does now. You know,
Way for well, like back then, a pack of cigarettes, for instance, were 25 cents a pack. What are they now? $8 a pack, something like that.
shit here 12 up to 14.
Wow, man.
I get mine from Sam's Club by the carton, so I pay like around a little over $11 a pack. But if you were to go to any store or gas station or party store, it's 12 and up. If you go to Waikiki, forget about it. You're paying at least $15 a pack in Waikiki.
Well, they're gonna make sure if you're smoking what key that you're enjoying or not enjoying one or the other.
Right.
Every time you light a cigarette, well, there goes another $15 bill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, maybe if cigarettes would have been as high when I was a kid as they are now, maybe I would have never started smoking. I don't know.
Good. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Yeah, I mean, yeah. When I first started smoking, they were $1.25 a pack, and you could just go into like. Well, I used to go to it was an ice skating rink, and they had one of those machines where you put the money and you pull just walk in there with 5 quarters. People that work, nobody said shit. You know, I'm like 12 years old, just going in, buy a pack of smokes, leave.
I know.
But yeah, if they would have been $15 a pack back then, I probably would never start. Like, man, I'm not carrying $15 worth of quarters and then got to sit there and put all them quarters in.
I heard that. I'd have never got all that money to do it in the first place.
Yeah, $15 back then is a lot of money.
Yeah, kidding. Heck, I couldn't even get we had a community swimming pool there where we lived, you know, and it cost $0.25 to get in the swimming pool whenever they were open. I couldn't even get $0.25 together to go swimming, man. If I'd got $0.25, I guarantee you I'd been swimming, not smoking. I couldn't get for either one. What's up, Salt? Good to see you, girl.
Aloha, so and John Denny Cola. Aloha, brother.
See you, Martel. Let me go. I'll pull him up. I did see him just a while ago. Oh, well.
Dang, and Australia is $2.50 a pack for a 25 pack of Marlboro Reds. I'm assuming that was back then, back in the day.
Almost had to be.
Renke.
There's Chimney. That's basically what I am now. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she quit smoking 10 years ago. And of course, she was, you know, it's one of my kids. She was here today too. And everybody that was here smoked besides her. Hadn't smoked 10 years. Boy, she would get smoked out here. I'm telling you. Feel sorry for her. But she stuck it out good.
Camellia now is $50 a pack. Cheryl Rich didn't. Wait a minute. I'm thinking about. I'm confused about something here. Hold on.
Thank you, Miss Sharon. homelessness in this man.
Huh. I could have swore. All right, I'll figure it out later. I will figure that shit out later.
Ronnie said, I still smoke and was very active down the chimney that I'm not as active. That's exactly what happens. If you smoke and, when you're working, you don't smoke near as much. When you're busy, you don't smoke as much as you do when you're idle, like when you get older. And so, man, if you smoke a pack a day when you're young, count on at least 3 a day when you get older. I mean, it's just almost a guarantee. Because you ain't doing nothing. You got a cigarette, to keep you company or busy, whatever.
No, you're right. It's true because even like when I go to work, when I'm driving, I'm like chain smoking. I don't even realize I'm doing it. But then and then here's the other thing: if I'm on the job and I'm working inside the house on something, even if I'm there for 3 hours, I'll go the whole job without smoking. But then if I'm working outside, then I notice I smoke more because I can. But I'm not even thinking about smoking when I'm working inside, and because I'm focused on the work. But then as soon as I'm in the van again driving, it's like, holy shit, I just smoked like 6 cigarettes in a row. What the hell?
I know, and that's exactly the truth. The bad thing about me is in the morning, when I drink my coffee and everything, boy, howdy. You talk about puffing up a storm now, I'm puffing. Now, I puff pretty good all day long now, don't get me wrong. In the morning with coffee, I really puff.
Yeah, Tyne Duff, I tried that before, the roll your own.
They were. That's what I was doing here a few years back, rolling my own. And then the tobacco and everything went up, the papers and everything went up. It was almost as much as Ready Roll. So I said, well, ain't no point in me doing this anymore because it does take you time to roll. I mean, it ain't a whole lot of time, but it is time,
Yeah.
So
well, when I did it, I mean, it was over 15 years ago, but I was back in Detroit. And then I just got the machine where the cigarettes already came like this, just nothing in it. And you just take that, drop it in this machine, put the tobacco in, and then like swipe it like one of those credit card readers.
Yeah.
And it was done. And you could do quite a bit pretty quick, but
yeah, you could.
It just didn't taste. I don't know. It's like it wasn't strong enough or something.
Yeah, mine. I guess they were. I guess it depends on type of tobacco they got in there or whatever. But mine were all right. I could handle them, but yeah, they're not as good as the Ready Rolls. You buy them in a pack of them. But everybody that ever bummed one seemed to like them all right.
Yeah, that's the fun part too. When people always trying to bum a cigarette, it's like before when they were cheap, I'd be like, yeah, here, but now it's like, dude, I'd rather give you $1 out of my pocket than to give you a cigarette.
Cheaper, probably.
Yep. This.
What? $15 a pack? Yeah, not when you get 20. Anyway, I see your point. All the smoke would suck in the dark. Then. I don't know what he means. What do you mean suck in the dark? I have no idea.
All the smokers are sucking a dart now.
Where does the vape come from? It has to be a robot. May very well be. I don't know, but all I know about e-cigs is that my brother's been smoking one for a long time, and he seems to be doing a lot better with it than he was, regular cigarettes. Plus, they don't stink your house. That's what I hate about smoking in my house. But if I stay outside to smoke, I'd be out there all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried quitting cigarettes with the vaping, but man, I choke on that shit. I can't inhale it's like something about it. It's just, and I mean, I got this one, but this is just CBD, no nicotine, no THC, nothing, just CBD. But the nicotine ones I tried, then I tried that Zen, which is like a tobacco pouch.
Yeah.
That just burns the hell out of my gums.
I've never tried
And
one. I've seen people that have. I ain't never found anybody that liked those Zens. I'm sure there are, but I've never seen anybody.
everyone I know that uses Zen, they say they love it. And I'm like, I can't leave that shit in my mouth for 10 seconds or it feels like it's burning through my gums. And then the gum, I tried the gum. That just makes me feel like I'm gonna pass out or throw up.
Yeah, even the patch, the nicotine patch. I mean, I wore those. I wore one time to my. I was going to wear them anyway, but my grandson's having a baseball game that day, so I wore one over there. And I mean, I forgot I had it. I had a pack of cigarettes with me too. Wasn't even thinking about having that patch on, so I fired up a cigarette at the same time. Man, about the second puff, I was firing a kite. I ain't kidding you a bit, man. It sent me up there like a rocket. Good grief. And then I remembered, that I had that patch on. That's no wonder. I didn't fire up no more until I got that patch off. I guarantee you that. But, the patch, like if you're in a hospital or something where you can't go out and smoke, it's a pretty good idea. But if you're, I don't say anybody stop smoking on one of those things. They just don't, it's just not nowhere near the same as smoking. The thing about smoking is, you're constantly got it between your fingers, you're puffing, it's whatever. It's the whole habit. It's not just one thing. It's the whole thing. So if you ask me, if you really want to quit smoking, not only do you got to wear the patch, but you got to get something like a piece of peppermint candy or something, and maybe act like you're smoking on it, or something, whatever, to take the place of cigarette.
You gotta get the fume. I tried this too. Doesn't work for shit. It works for like what you're talking about to like keep your hands busy.
Oh yeah.
It's the fume. It's FUM. But there's that in there. Which is you're just basically inhaling air, but it's flavored. It's I forgot what this one is, but I mean it definitely keeps your hands busy as far as like I think Charlotte's was saying about they constantly have the vape in their hand, or if smoking, you're so used to having the cigarette.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away the nicotine.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. I think that's what you need, something to keep your hands busy. Act like you're puffing on a cigarette. I just don't think of vape alone. It wouldn't. I mean, a patch alone would do it. LSP, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Smoke 2 packs of Camel Wines a day. You got off cigarettes so quickly, didn't you, LSP? I hope. I'm pretty sure you did. Man, I'm not kidding you. I wish I'd never seen a cigarette. But I did. About, I don't know, it's probably maybe 6 or 7 like that when I started smoking. Somewhere along there. Because my older brother smoked. 7 years older than me. So I got it from him. So I got it. Although my mom and dad smoked too. I didn't, that's not where I picked it up.
Yeah, me too, Ronnie K. Drinking and smoking. But yeah, I think actually cold turkey, I think, is the best way. Probably the hardest way, but I heard after 1 week, if you can get through the first week, it's all downhill from there.
But I don't want
to.
That's how they quit. They had a pack of cigarettes, 1 pack of cigarettes between them. They took that pack of cigarettes, put it up on top of the refrigerator, and both of them quit at the same time. Never smoked again. But yesterday, my older brother's over here. He's one that's got Parkinson's disease. When they come in, I was smoking a cigarette. He said, "Give me a puff off that." And I said, "What? Did I hear you right?" And I said, "Did you say you wanted to puff off my cigarette?" And he said, "Yeah, I want to puff." And of course, his wife's sitting right there. And I said, "What do you think?" He said, "He wants to puff. Give him a puff." So I did. He took that one puff, and that was it. He wouldn't smoke more. Good.
Yeah, I really, honestly, I wouldn't mind quitting, but I don't want to because I don't want to be. I heard a lot of people that quit smoking, they like hate the smell of smoke, and then they turn into that person that's like, "You should quit." I did. You should quit, and it's like, shut up. But I don't want to turn into that person. Like, oh God, that smoke stinks. You know.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens to most of them, Steve. Exactly. I've seen that a million times, I guarantee.
I know you did. Nina just said, "You should quit." I did twice. I said, "I know." Because I didn't have to buy cigarettes anymore.
Well, I met him. I quit smoking. I met him. Before I met him, I quit smoking for 9 months. The day I met him, I went back smoking.
Oh.
8 years or whatever, 7 years.
7.
I haven't smoked for over 18 months. But before that, 40 years. Almost, 40 years.
But you're not smoking now, right, Nina?
Nope.
Good.
I got COVID at, I think, January 2nd, not 2024, but 2023. I got COVID and I quit smoking because I couldn't. I was like, I thought I was going to die. Hi, LSP. Thought I was going to die because I was in bed and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do nothing. So I quit. I didn't smoke. And then I had COVID for like a week. I never went back.
She's a secondhand smoker.
Just a secondhand smoker now.
Well, let me ask you something. Does how much compared to you smoking yourself does secondhand smoke bother? Is it a whole lot easier or the same? Or
no, I don't like secondhand smoke. I mean, I kind of like I'll open the doors because we have a cross breeze from the living room, but I'm usually in the room when I'm doing stuff, and I'm at work. So, but once in a while, he won't smoke in my car, and so
Or the bedroom.
Oh yeah, he won't smoke in the bedroom, but
he won't get in the car very often, does he?
Lately, I have though, but
yeah, but he won't smoke in the car, and
yeah, that's when
that's when this comes in handy.
Yeah.
But
when my house people come over, I smoke. When I go to their house and they don't smoke, I don't smoke in their house. And I just don't. I don't even ask them. I just don't do it.
I had to.
They come over here, they know what territory they're walking into. So I'm not going to quit smoking in my house.
Yeah. Well, that's like if the grandkids are here, I won't smoke in the house. But same thing, if I'm at someone else's house and they don't smoke, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever, but other than the grandkids, if you come over,
Yeah, I was
smoking territory
when we first went on YouTube and everything else. So I did gain weight because of that. So try not to. I did gain weight because you end up trying to substitute the craving with food. I guess I don't know, but I noticed I did gain weight. So.
Well, I heard too, you get your more flavor back when you quit smoking. Like things taste better. So.
But
yeah, that's what I've heard too. I don't know because I never quit.
Right. Yeah. That'd be funny if I actually quit and then I gained like 50 pounds. Be like, what the hell happened to Steve?
Exactly. You'd have to be on YouTube at least every other night, Steve, so people would know who you were.
Right.
So they could watch you gain that weight.
Yeah, because otherwise they wouldn't recognize me.
That's right. Well, it's funny how that works too, because you can be away from someone for a year, and not see them for a year, if that long, and then when you do see them, a lot of people change a lot in a year's time. Now some of them don't, of course, but I seen one of my friends that I grew up with a few years back at an auto parts store, and he had turned. It'd been about a year since I saw him. He had turned solid not gray, but white-headed. And the last time I saw him, he had brown hair. I didn't know who he was. He walked to me and said, "Hello, Ronnie, how you doing?" I said, "Who are you?" I didn't know who he was, but after he told me, of course, I did.
No, that's true. It's seems like it's one of the two. It's either that because I was actually just talking to my dad yesterday about one of his friends, and I was asking how he was doing. But this guy, his name is Dave. I always called him Uncle Dave growing up, and I ran into him a while, like 15 years ago. But before that, I hadn't seen him in like 20 something years, and he looked exactly like he did 20 years before then. And then in 2020, when I went back to Michigan and seen him, he looked exactly like he did 40 years ago. Like he doesn't. And but then
Okay.
there's other people, like only a year will go by, and you don't recognize them. It's like, what the hell? Who?
Some of it don't take that long, 6 months. I mean, because we all change a little bit every day. You don't notice it, people around you don't notice it because they see you every day, But if you haven't, like Dick Clark, for instance, the guy used to have American Bandstand. That guy years never changed any hardly. But when he did change, he changed pretty drastic, pretty quick.
Right. Yep.
Man, I would love to, be able to go as long as he did and not change a bit. But I know now, there's no doubt in my mind, I'm changing every day. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't guess.
And that's weird how it works too, because like when people see each other every day and they're changing, they don't notice it.
Exactly.
Because you're seeing each other all the time, and
that's right. Have you ever heard that old saying about married people, who are whether married or not? If a man and woman live together, for 15, 20 years, whatever, they start looking like each other. I never really noticed that between my wife and I, myself, but other people said that we did, kind of favor each other after all those years ago. Maybe we did. We didn't to me, but that's what they thought.
I never heard that one. That's weird. But yeah, it's. Well, let me know if I ever start looking Filipino.
Hey, Steve, man, you're starting to get those slant eyes,
Is Steve Asian? I think Steve's Asian. I don't know. He's pretty tall for an Asian guy.
There's a donut shop just right here behind me, about 15, 20 foot away from me. And it's Asian, Filipino people on that. And they're real good people, D-Dog, what's up, brother?
Oh, yeah, my it's actually covering the top part. It says warning. Warning, no stupid people beyond this point.
See, you can absolutely go no further than that right there. Neither can anyone else.
I got that like 6 years ago, and it used to be hanging in the garage right before you come in to the garage door to the house, because this one dude, I would say kind of a friend of mine, acquaintance, but he used to be a neighbor, and he just pop up, and I put that there because I'm like, I never wanted him to come in the house, so you can come over and hang out in the garage, dude, but don't come inside. So I put warning, no stupid people beyond this point. But then I'm like, if he's stupid, he's not going to catch on. So.
As well as wrote his name. This means you, whatever your name is.
Right, Phil. It's right over the warning part and just put his name.
Yep, there you go.
Or underneath it, no stupid people. This means you, and then put his name.
See, there I go, lighting that cigarette, Steve. I told you, man, you talk about a chimney. I'm a chimney.
I just put one out, and I'm getting ready to light another one. But it's like you were saying earlier, though, like when you just, station, it's like habit to just.
It is. It is. It's not. I don't know if it's that I really want a cigarette or not. It's just it's a habit, I don't know how else to put it. It's all rolled up into one. I truly wish I'd never seen a cigarette, but it's too late now. You know, like I said, back in the day, man, they were cheap. 25 cents a pack. You get hold of a quarter. And you know that back in the day too, when we were kids, there were a few places that let us charge cigarettes, even though we never paid for them. You know, there was a few places that did let us charge them. As kids, it was amazing.
Oh, right on, Devil Dog. Much love, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, see you later,
Finishing
D-Dog.
up the garden. What do you got in that garden? I got to know what's in that garden.
There's chaps I think I can guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know it's in taps.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, I tell you what, you know, if I wish since I did smoke that it would have been marijuana that I smoked. But I mean, I didn't even hear. I didn't know what the hell marijuana was. I went in the Army. That's where I found out what it was. And I didn't want it, you know, so I never messed with it. I mean, I tried it out a time or two, but I didn't like it. But
yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it growing up either at all. I got paranoid as shit. But now, I smoke a little bit here and there, but only at night before I go to bed, or no one's around, because I can't function. If I did that and went to work, nothing would get done. I wouldn't even leave the driveway. I mean, like, be sitting in the van going, am I supposed to be going somewhere?
Oh, Auntie, how you doing today? Good to see you.
Hey, Auntie, well, aloha.
Welcome, Auntie. And you're exactly right, Joey. That's definitely true. Yeah, the doctors, everybody smoke. You go to the doctor's office, smoke in the waiting room.
Movie theaters, I remember driving. One of my buddy's moms would drive us to school once in a while, and we smoked too. She'd let us, but there'd be like 6 of us all in this station wagon, and the windows are barely cracked, and it's just like in the movies when they open the doors and all this smoke just comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go to the movies smoking. I miss going to a restaurant, and the first thing they ask you is smoking or non. You know,
it's even our bus driver would let us smoke on the bus. School bus driver. We were the first kids to get on in the morning, and the last ones to get off in the afternoon. And so in the morning when we got on, most of us smoked. And so he would let us smoke, until other kids got on. Because he smoked. The kids didn't know if it was him or us. So he let us smoke until other kids got on.
Yep, I remember airplanes. You could smoke on airplanes. I remember, everywhere. I think it's really shitty that they made it not smoking in the bars. Because I mean that just goes hand in hand, smoking and drinking.
It sure does. Dancing, all of it, As far as I'm concerned, it does. Well, can you imagine they took half their business away when they did that?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people go in there now because they can't smoke.
Well, especially in like the cold states. I know it happened in Detroit because wintertime, you're not going to go stand out in -degree temperatures to have a cigarette, when you're already in
I probably would.
Bar. Well, they still did, and then a lot of bars were doing this thing where, like, if they had a patio or an alleyway in the back, they would put like those big heating things that would just like, they put like tarps up in the alleyway, and so it'd still be like somewhat warm, and then half the bars hanging out in the alleyway.
Yeah,
smoking
that's
cigarettes.
Here too. At least where I moved from, the bars you go into, they got separate rooms, for smokers, or someplace you can sit outside. They got no patio areas, whatever. You can sit out there and drink and smoke. But inside, you can't. Inside the bar itself. I mean, I can't imagine how. I don't remember how they got that all done back then, and what made them pass that law that you couldn't smoke inside of anywhere. Now in some hospitals, you're not supposed to smoke anywhere on the campus. It's so stupid. I mean, you're outside, a mile away from everybody in these big old hospital places, and yet you still can smoke. I do it. Well, I don't care what they say. I do it.
No, I got in trouble because I was at a hospital and I went out to my car and I was in my car and security told me that I would get a ticket if I didn't put my cigarette out. And I was like way away from the front door in the parking lot inside my car.
That's stupid.
And they were gonna.
Yeah, I took my car down to this has been a couple years ago, and I took it down to Lexus, to having to do change oil and stuff in it. It's the first time I went down there, if I remember correctly. And anyway, I'd been inside. It was pretty cool that day. Not cold, pretty cool. I've been inside, had a cup of coffee, and so I walked way outside. I knew you wouldn't smoke near the building or anything, or the entrance. So I went outside and walked way down. I mean, golly, I couldn't even see the entrance from where I was at. And the guy that was standing there at the entrance saw me smoking. He walks halfway down there to where I'm at, which was a long ass ways, and yells at me, I can't be smoking up there. I said, why not? I'm a mile away from the door. You can't be smoking on the campus. You got to go out to your car. I said, you got my car. Where am I supposed to go? Got it in there working. Can't go out to my damn car. But I took
especially being outside. Especially you're outside away from the entrance of it just doesn't make sense.
It don't. Ain't nobody smell a cigarette. There wasn't nobody. You couldn't see anyone around. I could see the guy standing at the door, but barely. I don't know how you see me smoking. It's just so dumb, man.
Yeah, here I see signs everywhere where no smoking within like 50 feet of the building or whatever. But
I guarantee you, in a hospital around here, any of the hospitals, you're not supposed to smoke on the campus at all. I don't know what they do if they caught you, but say, hey man, put that out. Other than that, what could they do? You have you arrested for smoking a cigarette?
well, that is what's funny. In Kailua, there's what is it? It's Maui Brewery, and it cracks me up every time because you're like walking down the public sidewalk, and then there's Maui Brewery, and then the bar is right there. So you go in. We did a couple lives from there at the bar. But you go in, you're sitting at the bar, but you can't smoke because technically you're inside the building. So you have to go outside to smoke, right? So you walk like 10 feet away and go on the public sidewalk and smoke, and then the wind's blowing, and then the wind's blowing all your smoke inside anyway. So it's like, okay, doesn't make any sense.
It don't make any sense all the way around. Even if somebody gets a little whiff of, they're not, a non-smoker gets a little whiff of the cigarette, it ain't enough to hurt them. Even if I have my doubts about secondhand smoke anyway. Maybe it hurts, maybe it don't. To me, that's a toss-up. But if you're standing a mile away and somebody gets a little whiff of it, it's like smelling a campfire that's a mile away or whatever. That ain't gonna hurt you. People don't rap about smelling a campfire. I'd rather smell a cigarette as a campfire. But that's just me. Rink said, what I think about paper straws. I love paper straws. I love all straws.
Paper straws that come in a plastic wrapping.
Yeah.
And then you drink out of a plastic cup.
Exactly. And that's another stupid argument there, if you ask me. I mean, I can see what like the beer can holders, those plastic things, Coke holders, whatever. And when they take all them out to the ocean and dump them, and the fish are getting caught up in them or whatever, I can understand that's a stupid thing. But they shouldn't be dumping them in the ocean.
Right. Exactly.
They wasn't strong to safe. or quit making them. You know, how long did we buy beer, Steve, without that didn't have and Cokes that didn't have the plastic wrapper things on them, the plastic holder thing? Forever. I mean, they wasn't around nowhere back when in the 20s. I mean, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I don't remember seeing them. You walk in and get you a half case or case of beer, whatever. There wasn't no plastic holders on the top of it. You just grab a 6-pack, whatever you want, carry it out, you know, in a cardboard cart.
And that's when they had the pull tabs to open it. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Instead of cracking it, you just pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember very well. People made chains of those things, decorated their homes with them. Well, like to raise his windows to smell the tires burning. I bet that is a lovely aroma, ain't it?
Oh, Mike Jones has got a question. Ronnie, what pull top beer was your favorite?
Well, Coors and Coors Light was always my favorite beers. But when I first started out, if I remember correctly, I drank a beer called 905. I don't remember if it had a pull top or not. I think it did. It was a cheap beer, and you know, so that's when we bought it.
What about PBR?
It was all right. I drank some of that too.
PBR was good.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, after I sampled a few beers, it wasn't my choice, you know. I didn't have anything against it. But now,
I never really liked canned beer anyway. It always had that aluminum taste.
I've heard people say it before. I never noticed it myself. But the bars we went into, most of them wouldn't sell the bottled beer because people were bad about banging other people over the head with the bottles when they got fights, and so they wouldn't sell it in bottles. You had to buy it in can. That kind of right.
I've only done that one time, and it was in my own self-defense, and I was scared for my life, so I defended myself.
Don't blame me.
But I felt bad for the dude.
Never combined anybody with one either. So. How dare you say something like that, man? How dare you? No, that's what we all drank for years. Coors Light. It's good to me. Before that, it was you couldn't get Coors Light here in Texas for a long time. You had to go to Oklahoma to get it. You couldn't get Coors, period. And so we'd go, as kids, we'd go to Oklahoma and buy a case of Coors, but it was just regular Coors. And then when it came into Texas, they had Coors Light too. So that's when, for whatever reason, I guess we all want to keep our slim, trim figure. I don't know. Favorite beer was Michelob.
Oh, I remember, Michelob when I used to, when I was a teenager, like young teenager, like 14, 15, my grandpa had a patio and a fridge on the patio. And every Friday night, him and my dad and Uncle Glenn would all go bowling. And then I'd go to my grandpa's patio and steal his Michelob.
I bet he loved that, didn't he?
I don't think he ever, till this day, I don't think he ever knew. But maybe he did, and he just didn't know. He's like, that kid, he'll figure it out. And I never did. I never figured it out.
You know what? I never had any beer left over to keep in my refrigerator or anything. It was always gone when I got home. It didn't matter how much I bought. We drank it all. Or how much anybody bought.
See, I freak out if my, because I got a fridge in the garage. That's my beer fridge. And if there's only like 12 beers left, I'm like, oh, shit, I'm almost out of beer. Like,
I never kept it at home for one reason is because by the time I got home from drinking, next 2 or 3 days I had a hangover so bad I didn't even want to look at a beer. I mean, that was just the way I drink, you know. And that's why I quit. because I didn't have no sense about it. I couldn't drink just 1 or 2 or 3 beers and not get blown away. I had to drink everything I had, then go buy some more and drink that. I wasn't going to take no beer home. It wasn't a plan. It was just the way it worked out. Get drunk on a skunk, have a hangover for 2 or 3 days, man. And see, that's what I don't get about how you drink. You're very good with it. You don't ever get drunk. I've never seen you drunk.
I think I ended up, not purposely, but ended up being drunk on, one live was this year on my birthday. If you go back and watch my birthday stream, it was like 6 hours long. At about the 4-hour mark, you can tell, and I didn't realize it till I was like, I think I was drunk yesterday. And I went back and watched, and I was like, yeah, I was definitely drunk. But no, like I rarely get drunk because I just kind of sip. I just enjoy the taste, and then I just sip. But I'm always drinking too, though. It's.
That's basically the way I always drank, was just sipping. I had some friends. They would just, one beer at another, just turn it up and guzzle. I don't know how the hell they did that. And they never seemed to have a hangover. Here I was sipping it and drank. I didn't drink near as much as them, but I had the hangover. Bad hangovers too. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, I don't miss the hangovers. Oh.
Me either. I don't miss drinking at all. So, which is what is funny to me, because when I drink beer, I enjoyed it. I like to drink and shoot the shit with my buddies and everything. But after a while, what it was doing was, I was an idiot when I got drunk too. I do things that I would never do when I wasn't drunk. Cause all kinds of problems at home. And so I just, I had enough of it. It wasn't worth it. I thought I just quit. That's probably 35, 40 years old when I quit, but golly, I've been drinking since I was 14 or earlier.
Yep,
that's right.
Exactly, Rank. That bottle will always be there for you.
Sure will. Beg you. Drink, then drink enough, then drink enough, then drink enough. Hey, 48 minutes.
That's good, typical English guy. That's good. Because I drink, honestly, I drink probably up to a 12-pack a day, but rarely ever get drunk. So because it's like throughout the whole day, it's not like I get home from work at 8 p.m., go to bed at 10, and drink a 12-pack in that 2-hour period. Then I'd definitely be drunk as shit. But
I'm glad I quit, man, because you know what? I think if I hadn't quit, I would have wound up divorced bigger than hell. Because I ain't kidding you, man. I was a total. I could get out and drink, even though I was sipping the beer. I was still drinking a lot of beer, Because a lot of times I was by myself, So we was building a house and everything, so I'd be by myself. And I'd be out drinking beer, riding around, checking jobs, whatever, and just get drunk on a skunk. It just, when I get home, I don't know what the hell I was doing or saying. Half time, I don't know what we was arguing about.
Dude, LSP, I thought Bolnader got hammered on like almost every stream. Back when I first met him. I don't know about now, but yeah, that I actually had to like kick him off the panel, and I felt bad because he's a good dude, but when he's drunk, nope, gotta kick him.
Yeah.
And Too Tall, I had Too Tall on my stream once a while ago, and he was so high that he forgot that he was on my panel, and then opened another tab, and he's just like sitting here watching whatever he was watching and eating, and then drinking chocolate milk, and then eating more and watching whatever. And we're like narrating over it, like, like, oh, I think I'm gonna get me another one of these brownies, and then he starts eating again. I gotta go find that one and make a video out of it. It was funny as hell.
I'm surprised you didn't have a bunch of apple fritters or whatever sitting there.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, I couldn't think of that word, but yeah, I think that's what he was eating. Or no, Andy was eating corn dogs, and dude, he ate so. Oh, and then he would eat something, and then light up another joint, and then drink more milk, and then eat
That's why
some,
he was hungry, I guess.
and he just kept going in that cycle. And dude, I haven't laughed that hard. I don't think ever. That was like the funniest shit ever.
Well, you know
I
that
gotta go
night
back.
the first time I met him was on one of mine of your shows or your show, and I was had to be on there. But I mean, I laughed my ass off at him that night, man. He's smoking and half blown away. I would just laugh my ass off at him. But then after that, you know, I thought he came across pretty cool that night. But then the next time we were on, he come on, he was interrupted. You know, he wouldn't let anybody talk. He wanted to keep interrupting them with his stories.
Yep. The higher he gets, the more he just like is not listening and just keeps talking.
Well, remember that night he was talking about his house, his landlord's something he wasn't keeping a stove or something up.
Yep.
Carbon dioxide, whatever.
Wow. See, I didn't remember that till you just brought it up. That's a good memory, dude. Shit.
That's been a long time ago.
But yeah, he was good. Yeah, I remember that. No shit. And we were trying to like give him advice and like tell him things, and
He wouldn't listen.
yeah, he just kept going.
I think he finally before we left, you know, I think he finally did take a little of the advice, at least act like he did, but he was still pissed about that guy not fixing whatever the heck it was wrong with it. At least he thought was wrong with it. You know, looking at his house, it looked pretty good. You know, didn't look dangerous or anything, but that don't mean anything.
But yeah, I think it was something about he basically had a slumlord and
yeah,
never had professional fix anything. They just kind of rigged it. But I guess it was because in the wintertime it was just like really cold or something. I don't know.
Well, it was that. And according to him, it was giving off carbon dioxide. It wasn't cleaning out the carbon dioxide, you know, from his house. I don't know. That didn't do that, so I don't know how that happened. But according to him, it was happening. But every stove we ever had, you know, heater or otherwise, I mean, we've had propane heaters, gas heaters, furnaces, everything you can think of. I never had a problem with carbon dioxide or monoxide, whichever one it was he was driving about that night.
Yeah, I think it was the carbon monoxide from. I'd have to go back and watch it again, but
you know, I ain't gonna do that. So. It's bad enough at one time. But the funniest show we ever done to me was one we was talking about the other night with Monty. Monty was on there. Good Lord, that was fun. You know, making them faces and everything.
Oh yeah. Didn't I do I think I did a short or something on it, but yeah, because then it like closed into Monty's face and he's all. Oh, that was funny shit.
Oh, I'll never get that, boy. I ain't kidding you. I turned my camera really off to it. I don't know how many times I did that. I was so laughing my ass off mine. And I don't even think he was trying to be funny, you know. He was amazing.
No, I don't think he was trying to be funny. He was just, and that's what made it funny.
Yeah. He was definitely coming across that way. That's all I know. Kind of miss old Monty not being around myself. That's the way he liked it, so. Yeah, everybody needs to go and watch Steve's homeless thing there in Hawaii. I'm going to that right after the show.
Yeah, I just put it in both chats, but because I'm already working on the next one, so you got the next one will be the third one, so you gotta, and the first one is at over 20,000 views.
Really? Golly. Wow, right on.
Yep.
Right on, Steve, right on. keep on, you're gonna be as bigger than old Nick. What's his name?
Exactly. Nick, what's his name? Exactly. No, I got to give him credit, even though I don't care for the guy anymore. I got to give him credit though, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have pursued with anything. So,
yeah,
got to give credit where credit's due, right?
that's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, right on. Thank you, typical English guy. Much love.
Yeah, I got to tell you about Typical English guy. I know when he comes into my show, he seems to be a very smart guy that makes, pretty darn good comments. I've seen several of his comments, many of his comments. They're always pretty good. Very intelligent.
And I know I said aloha to Hopkinson earlier, but I just want to say aloha again because it's always good to see you, fellow Michigander.
Hello, Hopkinson.
Typical. Let me go to typical English. Does he have a channel or content or just? No, he doesn't. Okay. I just wanted to check because if he had content, I was going to subscribe, but I didn't have content on my channel for 9 years. Didn't have nothing.
I didn't know I had a channel for many years myself. I mean, didn't even have any content on it.
Yeah, because I've had my channel since 2011, and then I didn't start doing anything until like 2020 or no, 2019. I don't know.
Yeah, it was around, we started about the same time. It's around 2018, 2019. Something I don't remember either. To be honest with you, somewhere around there. But when I started this last channel, my backup channel, Chap told some of his subscribers to come over and check me out. And sub. Well, they wouldn't check me out when I didn't have any content yet because I just created the channel. He said, "Well, he hadn't done anything there yet, but I'm just telling you, subscribe so that when he does have content, you'll be, able to watch." But I don't guess they ever came back. I'm stuck at 450 now, which I don't care. I mean, it's fine.
Well, that's like mine. I remember I figured out on my phone how to do like a short, and I had a Trump. It's 2018, end of 2018, early 2019. But I had a Trump mask, like a full put over your head Trump thing, and so I just turned my camera facing me and just recorded me going like this for 10 seconds or whatever. And then I put a song in the background and like 200 people watched it. And I was like, I didn't have any subscribers. I was like, 200 people watched, like, like that's crazy. And then I was just hooked. I'm like, all right. And then I tried to get more subs and then I did. And then that's it. Then I just kept going. Just like the first live. I almost canceled my first live because I said I'd do my first live if I ever hit 500 subscribers. And this is when I had 100 subscribers. And in my head, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to get 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then I did. And I'm a man of my word.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I think you do.
But I almost backed out because it was on my birthday too. It was on my birthday of either 2019 or 2020. And I almost backed out because I was so nervous. But then once I did it, as soon as we were done and over, I was just like, let's do another one tomorrow. Like I was hooked. It was like crack. It's like, give me another hit, man.
Listen to you, Chris the Cat. Hello, girl. Welcome. You know what? When I told you before, when I first started, I was so damn nervous to go on. A lot of times I didn't go on because, when I was supposed to, but I was just too nervous. I guess camera shy, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, yeah. I didn't go. Most times I did, but a lot of times I didn't because, it looks a whole lot easier than what it turns out to be. At least for me.
No, it is. Well, because there's that. And then I was nervous for a while too, but once I started, it was different. But because even when you're just being yourself, like that's the hard part. Because when you know you're on camera, like something in the back of your head, you kind of like, I don't know what to do with my hands type
Yeah.
deal, but
Or, or
you
thinking
get
you would want
used
to
to
sing, you
it,
don't sing them, because you say, well, I make me sound dumb or wrong. So you don't sing them, or at least I don't. A lot
right?
of times.
But I got used to it, and then it's just like, I don't know. It's like if I'm having a Zoom call or something with a friend, or just like backstage, it's like we're just hanging out talking. But
That's all you can do. I mean, what else can you do?
but like you were saying though, like so much goes into it. That's what I found out quick, because at first when I was going live, like 7 5 6 7 people would be in there. So chats you can read every, but then when chat starts moving a little quick and you're trying to talk about what you're talking about, like it's nearly impossible to keep up with chat.
Well,
And
yeah.
I mean, especially for me, because if I'm listening to you, I'm 100% focused to what you're saying. It's really hard for me to do something else at the same time
It
and
should
pay
be hard like
attention.
that for everybody. So that's that way for me too. Although I do, I mean, I can't help but try to read the chat. It's just the way my brain and eyes work, I guess. But I still try to read the chat regardless of who I'm talking to. I can't. It seems to stop myself. So I try to, but a lot of times I know what you're saying because you lose focus on what your guest or whatever is saying.
Right.
Can't do two things
That's
at
what
once.
because well, I kind of took a break for a couple months, and I'm getting back into it now. I put 2 shorts out this week from Thursday's show, but or yeah, 2 shorts. But for a long time after the show, I would go back and watch it again, and then I'd be paying attention to everything because just got done, and someone would say something, but you could tell that I was reading the chat or something, and I'm like, I didn't even hear them say that. Like, no wonder why I was lost in the conversation. And I catch a lot of stuff going back and rewatching.
Oh yeah.
But,
Well, my show Thursday night, I guess it was. That's when I was talking about my situation, and I went back yesterday and was going to watch, read all the comments because I know there was a million that I missed, so I was going to read them all, and I got about halfway through, and then my brother and sister-in-law came up. And I think that's what it was. Anyway, so I stopped reading them. Now I got to go back and read the rest. But
right.
so I know there's some great comments there. I've already read a bunch, but people give me advice and stuff like that, and I just want to see what everyone said. But I couldn't get to it all that night.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't understand, these huge channels that got 10,000 people watching. It's like, why would you even put anything in chat? Because it's just like, it's moving so fast. Nobody's reading any of it.
Yeah. And you could be reading your own, but only one reads it.
Yep.
Exactly. Some of the, I don't know, you probably never done this, but I've been on, when Trump gives a rally or something, and then they rebroadcast it. Well, the people in the chat, most of them are against Trump, and so I go in there and read, just to have a laugh, reading some comments. But I don't know who they think they're talking to. I mean, because most of the people that originally watched it were for him. I mean, it's just, it don't make no sense. But it's just, to me, it's funny to hear that, to watch them talk about him, and cut him down and all that. Well, I mean, we do the same thing with Joe, so we don't. But when we do it with Joe, a lot of times we get in trouble. They don't want to get in trouble for cutting Trump down, which
right.
I guess that's the way it is. But anyway, it's still funny to read some of their comments. And man, they hate him so much. Well, I'm not in love with Jody Boy. I don't say anything near what they do.
I don't think there is any, is there?
What's that?
For Joe's, I don't think Joe would have any.
Probably not, but they don't ever show his. But I'm just saying,
Right.
you know, if there's something that he says, you know, if somebody's showing it and you make a comment about it, well, you may get in trouble for it. You know, what we're trying
Oh
to say.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
I
anyway,
started watching something earlier about because Chris Cat just said I didn't read the whole thing, but saw that about 100,000 people showing up in Chicago while DNC is going on to protest against Israel will be a mess. But yeah, I saw something earlier about how Camel Toe is starting or something, and how instead of people showing up to support, they're like protesting. And but I had to get ready, so I didn't. That's all I got from it.
well, they can't be under sort of protest, in my opinion. I mean, an idiot. So she is told, stone cold, lame brain, out and out idiot.
Dude, I watched a funny one last night, man. When I took Pablo for, well, I listened to a funny one last night because really wasn't nothing to watch. But it was I'm assuming they were comedians, very good too. But it was a guy and a girl, and it was a split screen, and they were just themselves. They weren't like dressed up like Trump and Kamala or anything. But and dude, they both were spot on with the voices. It was just amazing, and I was walking Pablo and I had to stop and look a couple times because I was like, dude, this sounds exactly like both of them. But dude, I'll see if I can find it real quick and share it because I would show it, but I don't want to get copyright. But dude, it was really good, man. Let's see, history. There we go. Actually, I think I will show just a little bit of it because I was impressed. Yeah, right here. It's I don't know. You guys probably maybe heard the channel's name is Alec Lace.
You know, I've never got a copyright or anything like that for showing something on YouTube. But now, other things I have, but not
No,
on YouTube.
I had because the if the channel is a big channel, they get all I don't know butt hurt.
Yeah.
But then because they don't want any other channels making money off of their content, so they'll.
Well, they probably didn't notice me because I'm so damn small, you know, so they didn't know I was doing it. What's up, Red Runner? Good to see you, brother. Kamala's moving to North Korea and changing her name to some ugly hoe.
That's a good one. Some ugly whore. So I was gonna play a little bit, but I'll post the link for this in the chat so you can check it out later. But it's great.
Think maybe I shouldn't like you because she won't go on the media with people she doesn't like. But we love Alec. Alec is a great guy, works very hard. He's a fantastic father, and he has a tremendous show, does a wonderful job. You know, we love the media. We'll talk to anybody, and we do it all the time. We do press conferences. We do interviews. We had Aiden Ross and a beautiful Cybertruck with our good friend. He's a great friend, Elon. We love Elon. We call him Big Rocket Man as opposed to Little Rocket Man over there in North Korea. But she's hiding from the press, and you're going to find out why, because when she goes in front of cameras, it turns into a complete and total disaster. We're talking about more word salads and bigger salads than some of the greatest vegans the world has ever seen. Those are her voters, by the way. But you look at this. This is why she avoids the press, because she doesn't know how to handle the press. She's not smart enough. We talked about that. Not smart to handle the press. And that's why she's been avoiding it. And I'm very smart. Some of the greatest and most highly respected people say they've never seen an IQ like Donald Trump, the greatest IQ. And so we can handle the press. We do it a lot. And they're starting to like me. I can tell you that because she's nowhere to be found. They say at least he gives us something to do. So we love the press. She hates the press. And we have a love-hate relationship with the press, but we will do conferences with the press all the time because we're not afraid, unlike her, believe me.
Dan, well said, former President Trump. Madam President, you just even were splashed on the cover of Time magazine, refused to give them the interview. So what is the rope-a-dope you're playing with the press here? What's the strategy? Explain this to the voters.
Cackle.
Let me be very clear, all right? First of all, the only reason I even took this interview is because Willie was texting me something about getting nailed. He meant nailing the interview. I made a mistake, but I'm here and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. The voters have to understand that, times are hard, and, we've been really busy with Bidenomics. I can't do, I'm running a country right now. A lot of people don't understand this, but Joe, he's tapped out. We can't keep zapping him, right?
You tapped out too.
So, I have a lot going.
I had to wait till she did the laugh, but isn't that perfect, man? Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
close. He's right on. She's a little off, but I don't know how anybody can take that.
she's the closest I've heard for a female doing that impersonation, because I can imagine that's hard. But
Oh yeah. Well, how would you go about imitating an idiot like that? I mean, other than what she's doing there, I mean, heck yeah. Yeah, she needed to laugh more. No, cackle is what she needs to do, Chrissy.
yeah, that is the only thing, because she did a few times, but that's exactly what I was thinking when I was walking Pablo and listening. I'm like, she needs to cackle more. But other than that, man, it's good. But I put the link in both chats. But
That's
and
basically
I've never heard of that channel before, and I just came across. And I was like, this is good stuff.
That's basically
And
all
yet-
she does. I way ask her a question, all she does is cackle. She
Yep.
might throw a word or two in, but it makes no difference. I mean, nobody can make sense of what she says.
Right. That's, like you said, word salads. But holy shit! Look, I just looked. The channel's name is Alec Lace. He's got 19.5 thousand subscribers, but that video's got 308,000 views in 3 days.
How does that? I don't understand how that happens. You got all those views and yet so few subscribers compared to
Right.
views.
I mean, it is a good video. Definitely a good video. But
Trump said her
That's-
campaign is forbidding her to laugh. Oh, she's in trouble then, ain't she?
oh yeah, well, no wonder why she's not really having a campaign then. Hey, ex bootlicker, aloha, brother.
What's up, X?
Well, because it's a word salad. So what it is, it's you have a salad, but then you also have words, and then you have words with a salad. So it's a word salad. So that's how you have a word salad. And we just need to do something about it because of the salad and with the words and with the word salad.
Yes, and so that we can get her out of all the salads, because
Right.
she's not a salad dressing at all. She's a salad hater. When she gets in salad, she makes you hate it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. She'll literally just take like 7, 8, or 9 words and just keep repeating the same words in a different order.
Yeah, that's all she does, and then cackle.
And then cackle in between. Yep.
Who do you think had the best cackle, by the way, her or Hillary? If you had to vote, which one would you vote for?
The worst one?
Yeah, well, well, I guess you say the best cackler in this show.
Or the more cringier one, the one that
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would definitely say camel toe. Yeah.
I would have to agree, although Hillary's right on her heels.
Right.
Man, I'm telling you, both of them just send. It's like running your fingernails across a chalkboard. That's what they're like. They're lame.
And you know what else they're both really good at is they change who they are, and like both of them too. Like they'll be like one day they're just talking normal, blah blah, and then they'll go some like in the South, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, I know what it's like all about the South. It's like, you don't talk like that. What the fuck did that just come from? You know what I mean? Their accent changes and the way, oh, Hopkinson. Shout out to Hopkinson. Thank you. Well, we give a shout out to Hopkinson real quick. Here we go.
Awesome! Holy moly! That's right, brother. Hey!
That was freaky.
Yeah, it was. Thank you, Hobson. No, I don't use a cane yet, dude, but I'm probably getting there.
But and then you remember the one where Hillary went somewhere, and then all of a sudden she had like the black accent, and she was like, "I know all about damn grits" or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bitch, you don't talk like that. Why do you just change your accent like that? And a bird just
she's
flew
a
in my
black
house.
church. Black church function of some kind. Yeah, I remember that. But did you ever see that video, Steve, of Hillary when she was drinking? I don't remember what happened to her. She drank a glass of water, and when she had a glass of water, she threw the egg up in the water. A whole
Yeah, it is creepiest shit I ever seen.
No kidding, man. I mean, come on. How do you get a bird egg in your body? You know, that it being broke all the way down your goozle and supposedly all the way back up into a glass of water. That ain't some evil shit. I don't know what it is, man. And like, come on, it's evil looking to me anyway.
Well, there's that, and then how she did that like robotic like thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if that doesn't give you or doesn't make you believe that she's not human. I mean,
that's right. I don't know what to tell you, because it's enough proof for me. I'll put it like that. You know,
me too.
And the thing you're talking about there, Steve, where she was acting like a robot. What I have seen, read, and heard, and everything in the past. And I don't know if I should say this, so I won't. But it was from a disease that is caused from eating certain kinds of meat.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and I don't doubt that at all myself.
Oh, you mean hanging out? You mean hanging out under Bill Clinton's desk? That meat? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, kind of like that, yeah. You know, from that. What how'd you say? Genius of animal? Yeah. It was awful, man. But yeah, you know, the egg was bad enough. But when you consider what all the kind of meat that she has ate, probably her whole life, to me, that's a hell of a lot worse. And that's what made her sick, was the meat she had been eating.
Yeah, that's pretty disturbing.
No shit.
If I think I know what you're talking about, which I think I do.
Well, it's like if you went to Africa, you know, and you ran into them little bitty people over there that like to eat other people.
Right,
you know?
right. Oh wait, what is this wildlife? There will be 4 full supermoons in a row. 19th Sturgeon moon, September 17th, Harvest moon, October 17th, Hunter's moon, and November 15th, Beaver moon.
Well, you know, all these moons ain't coming up like this for nothing. God is trying to tell us something. I guarantee you that's what it's all about. I don't know, warning, however you want to take it. I don't know. But I'm just saying that something's going on with God that he is trying to, I think he is trying to warn us of something. It certainly looks that way to me, you know. And
I'm trying to find, because we were out yesterday and I was saying how the sun went down real quick. I'm trying to find that video because the moon last night was like weird, and I know I got it, but
you know, that's the first thing I thought about. You said it a while ago. I didn't bring it up, but you know, that's exactly what I thought about, because you know, the sun, and anybody can look this up if they want to. There is a pattern on the sun. They have got a pattern on the sun. So, and I think that's how they, myself, this is my opinion, YouTube. I think that's how they make the eclipses and everything the way they want them. Because you notice that eclipse, it followed almost the exact pattern. And I think it was the hurricane that had just came through. Oh, that was a hurricane or what? Something had just came through just a little while before that. I can't remember what it was. I thought it was a hurricane, maybe not. But anyway, that eclipse followed almost that exact path, and maybe did follow the exact path. Went over all the same towns and everything. I mean, it's just totally weird, all the stuff that's been happening. So what I'm saying is if there's some way, and people say that they're control the sun through black magic or something, I don't know. I'm just saying, it's stuff I've read. But if that is possible, then who knows what the hell they're doing? I certainly don't. I'm just saying something weird is going on.
Oh yeah, I got this too. I got this dog having its way with a blanket.
Well, you dirty dog.
I didn't even notice it until
you must have smelled another dog on or something.
well, I just had my tripod sitting down and I was talking to that dude. I didn't even notice. That's funny as hell. Get him, boy.
No kid. You got a hornet
Yeah,
drop.
this was the moon last night.
That's the moon.
Yep. And it was like
At first.
7:15, 7:10.
Dang, it was down that early. I mean, the sun was down that early there?
Yeah, it's because we don't do the daylight saving, so summertime gets dark between like 7.
Yeah, but it still looks daylight. Look how daylight it looks.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. How it gets dark so quick because it's like daylight, and then here, I think it's on this video. I should turn the camera the opposite way, and then you'll see like the sky's like orange, and within 5 minutes it's just like pitch black. But I think I turned my camera off before it got pitch black. The hell?
Well, it sure still looks daylight to
Oh
me.
yeah, I did. Okay, right here.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's still sun's still up a little, it looks like. But hell, the moon looks like the sun.
Right, I know and you can see the moon during the day here too. I mean, like clear. It's just. But yeah, it looked crazy. I mean, the camera doesn't do any justice, but that moon looked fake as hell last night.
It probably was. Probably was. It surprised me a bit. I mean, the sun, that's what I'm saying, though. If with the sun having a patent on it, then that means it could very possibly be fake, too. You know, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. It's just stuff that I've read. But they say that our sun is actually a black sun. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying that's stuff that I've read. So if this sun is in fact a fake one, well then that's what it is, and the moon could be too.
Yeah,
I've been hearing stories about where the moon's been rising, and I've seen one where a video of it, where the moon was upside down. You know, it's a quarter moon, I guess you call it, but it was upside down.
Yeah, well. See, I've believed for a long time that the moon's fake. That's just my personal opinion, but for like maybe a decade, I've thought that the moon's just not real. It just never looked real.
That could very well be true. I mean, you know, can't nobody figure it out. It's like you know, we've all talked about I don't know how many times, you know, about the moon gives off decaying light, and the sun gives off, you know, a living light. But why is it? What gets me is the moon is supposed to be reflecting the sun's sun's you know, rays. So why is it giving off a decaying light?
Right.
When you can check moonlight, it's cold. Check sunlight, it's hot. If the moon is relaying the sun's rays, and why aren't they hot? I mean, I don't get it. They should be hot, but they're not.
Yep, I agree with van life.
Oh, please don't agree with van to mess you up, Steve. I mean, you may never recover.
Chunk of Swiss cheese.
Van's let that beard go to his head. I'm telling you, you know, messing with you, Van. I broke the moon. Yep, sure it is. Stomping in the Swiss cheese.
Is Cheryl Rich still in the chat? Cheryl Rich, you still here? because this is still bothering me from earlier. I wanted to ask if she's still here. If not, I'll just send her an email later. But yes, she's right there. Okay, Cheryl, didn't I? I don't know, unless I've had so much going on and I got it mixed up. But didn't I give you a wrench on Thursday? Didn't I give you a wrench, or was that somebody else? Because I could have swore I did, and you don't have one, so I'm.
You wonder what happened to it?
Yeah, because I wouldn't take it away. I mean, I did take everyone's away, but because everyone had one and not everyone mods. But I could have swore I gave Cheryl Rich one the other day, and then I noticed she doesn't have it, so I don't know what happened. So if it was her that I gave her one to, I'm going to give it back, but I just want to. No, it wasn't you. Okay, so who was it? Who I gave it to someone. So it wasn't you. Okay, then I am thinking of someone else. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Miss
I'm gonna
Cheryl.
have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and watch Thursday's show now to remember, because I was so worried about that other video and getting it out between plumbing work and then when I wasn't plumbing and going out and feeding the homeless and
Person you
recording.
gave it to or what? I mean,
What's that?
Was a new person in your chat or what? Did you get the wrench
No,
to?
it's someone that's been there for a while, and they were. See, I don't know. This whole past week, I've had so much going on. It's like literally going to work, doing plumbing, then going to work, feeding the homeless and recording, and then going to work on the computer, editing the videos and sleeping like 4 or 5 hours a night.
Yeah.
Like after a week of that, like you just like yesterday seems like a week ago, and something that happened 3 days ago seems like it happened 2 months ago, and you can't really remember what it was. And wildlife, thank you, brother. Oh, we're gonna give a huge shout out to wildlife. Let's see. Here we go. This one's for wildlife. Yeah.
What's up, the cat? Good to see you, brother.
The cat, aloha, brother. But yeah, remember for the longest time, I was like, I got to change that new member one because I'd get a copyright every time because of the background music.
Yeah.
I finally made a new one. I actually made 3 new ones. They're all the same, but just different music in the background. Blue Butterfly, aloha. Good to see you.
Oh, we got another butterfly in it. Right on.
Oh, and then Wildlife gifted a membership too. Thank you, brother.
Saw that. Wildlife busy today. Good man. Good man. Well, he's history and everything, man. Way to be. Way to be. I can't stay much longer, Steve. I got things I got to do. So.
Okay, I was just gonna say we're at the 2 hour too, and actually, oh look at this Tennessee Ridge Runner.
Well, I don't know, Red Runner.
Thank you, brother. All right, hold on. We're gonna give another shout out to Wildlife, Wildlife and Tennessee Ridge Runner. I'll play this one. Yeah, thank you.
Who got them?
Oh, let's see. Midwest or Conspiracy Music was gifted one by Wildlife, and then from Tennessee Ridge Runner, Midwest Accountability was gifted one. Yarn Works by Lydia, Gigs, Hope Arising got one, and Miss Sharon. Right on.
Sharon Mercier? Which one?
No, just Miss Sharon, MS Sharon.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. I'll read it, Christy. That's something I hardly ever do is check my email. I mean, I just being honest, you know, I just don't hardly ever go there. But I need to start checking it more. But for whatever reason, I don't.
Yeah, I'm the same way with email, man. I check it like maybe once, sometimes twice a week, but usually once a week. And then, yeah, I'm horrible at checking. That's why I give everyone my phone number. I'm like, just text me. I'm like, don't call me because I won't answer, but just text me. At least I'll get it. But if you email me, I might not get it till, Thursday.
Shoot, I'm lucky if I check my email once a month. Literally. I mean, I just don't do it. I should, but I don't. Just, I don't know.
But I would just say my number right now for everyone, but it's live. But seriously, like 90% of the chat, actually 100% of the chat, even in your chat, the chat combined. If there was a private chat somehow for everyone, I'd be like, here's my number, just text me. But that's why I do tell everyone to email me. And then my response is, here's my cell number. Don't call because I won't answer, but you can text all day long. And don't worry about what time with the time difference, because if I'm sleeping, my phone's out here, I'm not going to hear it anyway, so you can't wake me up.
You definitely heard that. You know what? I got a phone call Friday at 5:30 in the morning, Friday morning. What it was, well, I was supposed to have they did have an MRI scheduled for me Friday night at 7:45, which I didn't even know them people were open that late, but they are. And so they had one scheduled for me, but they called Friday morning at 5:30 in the morning and canceled that. Now I hadn't heard any more, not that I know of anyway, from them. But I mean, I was half asleep when I'm surprised I answered that damn phone. Called me at 5:30 in the morning, to reschedule an MRI. I didn't even remember it for maybe more than half the day.
Yeah, 5:30. Well, I don't answer my phone to begin with, but even if I did, I wouldn't answer it at 5:30 in the morning because I am crabby as hell. Nobody wants to be around me when I first wake up.
I didn't think I said anything. I don't remember if I did or not. I undoubtedly did, but I don't know what the hell it was. But why would you call anybody that early in the morning? Most people, why would I be up? 5:30.
I can imagine, Brownie, this is probably what you said. You heard, phone's ringing. Who the fuck is this? What the hell do you want? You know what fucking time it is? Jesus Christ, click.
That could be exactly what I said. I don't know. Who knows what I said? I guess they do. But I sure the heck don't. I ain't kidding you. I didn't remember it for it's probably 1 or 2 o'clock that day. Maybe later before I even remembered then I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know if I was dreaming or what.
So yep. I know what you mean there.
Sure enough, there was a phone call at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, me, the first hour after I wake up, like even Nina won't even talk to me because I'm just in my own world and I'm a crabby, grumpy, just not fun person. But then as soon as I'm like, okay, I'm fully awake, I'm like this. It's just, here I am.
Yeah. Well, Steve, see, you got to do that, I guess, to get it out of you for the rest of the day because you're such a good guy the rest of the day, So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I got to get that's what it is. Like the first hour after I wake up, that's the asshole in me, and I'm just getting it out. Yeah, that's what it is. So why don't you want no one talking to you when you first wake up? Because I'm getting the asshole out of me, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I swear, man, I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what they said. I just remember that they called. I had to go back and look at my phone to see if I got a call that already, which I did. So it had to be from them. As a matter of fact, I think I got a text too. I had to look to be sure, but I think I got a text from them too. I don't know if it's rescheduling or what. I mean, why in the world you call somebody at 5:30 in the morning? You can't call
I know that's. I mean, unless they're calling, which in this case I don't think it would be, but unless they're calling from a different time zone, and it's like 9:30 for them, but not if it was for your MRI. They're right down, you know.
I don't know where their office is that they schedule this stuff from. It could be in Kalamazoo, Michigan, or in Egypt. I don't know.
Right.
Probably is in Iran or somewhere. Who knows?
Because I get a lot of calls like that. I mean, I get them at 3:00 in the morning. Another reason I leave my phone out here because I don't even know until I wake up. But because of the time change, they'll call at 3:00 in the morning, and they'll be like, "Oh, this message is for Mr. Harloha," and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll call back, and I'll be like, you called me at 3:00 in the morning. Oh, did we? The area code's 808. That's like.
They give a damn.
If anything, it's not the same area code that you're calling from. So it could be a different time zone, like 6 hours different.
No kidding.
You jerk off.
Well, the reason I carry mine in there now is because, I don't know if I'm going to wake up and have an emergency and need to call 911 or something. So that's why I've been carrying in the last several nights, just in case. But
right.
The very first night I carried in there, I get a phone call at 5:30 in the morning. I mean, it's amazing, man.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, I guess so. Just
first, it is. It's Murphy's Law. First time you bring it in there, and then it's like whoever Murphy or Murphy's whatever Murphy, Murphy's up over there going, "Oh, that shit's gonna ring early."
Got me another son of a gun here. Do it again.
Emotional damage.
And I might not have answered it anyway. If I'd have been awake, I might have answered it anyway because I didn't know who it was. I mean, it didn't have on there who it was, I know who it was because I answered the damn phone. But if I'd have been awake, I probably wouldn't have. Well, I might have because I thought it was one of my grandkids or something, or kids. But then again, who knows? If I'd have been awake, I probably wouldn't have answered it either. But I get so damn many spam calls. Yeah, and it was 800.
Yeah. What's been pissing me off lately? You just said that it's. I was just thinking of this today when I was getting the asshole out of me this morning. Check my phone. I'm like, I got 4 text messages, all spam. And you know how at the bottom it always says stop to end or whatever, like reply with the word stop to unsubscribe for that. I don't even know how these people got my number, but for the past month, I've replied stop to over 100 text messages, and they just keep coming. And it's like, oh my God, what? And it's all political shit. It's all, the Democrats need you, the Republicans need you. This is Trump. This is Trump Jr. This is Kamala. This is Joe Biden. This is JD Vance. And it's like both sides just stop.
I know. And I agree. I do the same thing. And you're right. It comes from what they do, whoever you do business with, and what they do is this is what I've heard. They wind that, they bundle all these messages or addresses and phone numbers, and they sell it, to certain people, and they sell it to Trump, Biden, whoever. They sell it to everyone. That's how they get our numbers.
Well, and I remember a few years ago, I remember getting a number or something that you call it, or no, you text it, or call it or text it, or both, or something, and then it automatically removes your number from any of those lists or whatever. And I did that, but then all this started happening. So I don't know, maybe that's only good for a certain amount of time. I got to look into that again and try to figure out how to remove my shit from that, because I don't mind people have my number, but that shit, the spam bullshit,
well, it fills everything up. Your text message, everything where you get your text messages at, it's totally full. Now they're telling me I need to get on a cloud or something. Well, I ain't gonna get on a damn cloud. I don't care if I get half those messages or not. I don't care if I get any of those messages. And I'm like you, believe me, I stop. It don't matter. They right around and keep going.
Dude, yeah, look like Every other text right now is you have unsubscribed from this, you have, and then there's Dave's not here, man, or my buddy Brian. You have unsubscribed. There's Heather Hatch. You have unsubscribed. There's the contractor I do work for. That's a customer. My dad. You have unsubscribed. You have unsubscribed. Wow, 4 of them in a row. Then one of the people I work for. Then my buddy Nate. Yeah, like every third or fourth text is you have unsubscribed, because I would respond to them and put stop. So
Yeah, but the thing is, it don't do any good. I mean, it stopped at one, but they just switched
right,
to another
yeah,
number.
that one specific one won't text you anymore, but then they still keep coming in from other places, you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is like Robin says. This is we damn ridiculous.
And it is ridiculous. I mean, I wonder how many of those people, if they send those out to, those political messages, wanting money. That's all it is. They're all wanting money.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people actually send in money. I mean, if I were going to send in any money, it would be like when they tried to assassinate some. If I were going to do it, it would be something like that. Not just because say,
Right.
hey, I need $100 just because I'm running for president or whatever. Well, I need $100 just because I'm Ronnie York. I got to live too.
Right. Yeah. But no, it'd be amazing, because I think it was yesterday. I was just talking to Nina about this, because how you said, how many of those people do you think donate? Because you figure if you were to send those to 100,000 people, right? Even if 100 of those people donated, and then each one of those donated $100, that's still $1,000. I mean, or no, that's 10,000. Wait, I'm not good at my math. What did I say? 100,000, and then 100 of them, and then 100. Yeah. But if you send it to a large amount and a small percentage does it, it's still going to pay out.
Well, of course.
For
Well,
and then you sometimes you get those people that are like generous, like, oh yeah, I'll give them $1,000. Like, whoa.
Yeah, and then they get it matched by somebody or double matched, whatever. But you remember here a while back, Steve, back when Bush was running against whatever his damn name was, Al Gore, and they were mad because they was each of them were getting robocalls. Well, that's the same thing this is, except it's called spam now, and it's in a text message. It's just not a robocall. They still do robocalls, but it shows that it's spam, so you know not to answer it. But text message are totally different. It's the same damn thing, though. To me, it's a robocall in text.
It is. That's exactly what it is. Yep. Look at Dennis. Dennis Bigfoot says my phone put all my political text in a spam folder without telling me. Only when I found it did it start showing this. No shit.
Oh, you lucky dog, Dennis. Now you get to see and hear all of it.
That's crazy though, because talk about like. Yeah, that's just weird, because once he found it, then he started getting the.
Did you turn
it's
on
like,
the
how do you reverse that? Like, put it back in the spam folder, man. What the fuck?
Yes. Did you have to turn? You didn't have to turn on your notifications or nothing, Dennis? I mean, I don't know. I've never been there, so I'm trying to figure it out. Guess what part of it? Neither.
I'm neither.
I'm really neither party myself. I mean,
I'm Steve Harloha party.
You're what?
I'm Steve Harloha party.
Oh.
No, I'm the party for the people.
Well, that's what we all should be. But when it comes right down to it, you're going to have 2 people you can vote for. So, for me, there's no contest.
Which is why I'm for the people, because that shouldn't be the case either. We shouldn't just have 2 choices, which is why I believe they're all on the same side, because why do we only have 2 choices?
Well, the way it's set up and the way it's been set up forever, Yeah, that's exactly what they've been. But they can't nobody tell me that Trump is like Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. After what I've seen, read, studied, and everything. I mean, him being president 4 years, they ain't no way in hell I believe that. Anybody believe what they want to believe. I don't care. I sure as the hell don't believe that. I mean, my goodness. And all this, if he gets in there and he does, and I'm talking about Trump, and I believe he'll be the president again. If he does half of what he's saying he's going to do, that will be absolutely, that'll change the world in and of itself. It can't help but change it. We still got to see if he'll do it, but I'm just saying they don't say they're going to do anything. That's my point.
Right. Well, except Mr. Great President Joe Biden himself did say, I know a lot of people forget about this. I didn't. I never have, because I remember the first time hearing it years ago, 5-6 years ago. But remember, he said he was going to cure cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Oh,
what happened? What happened, Joe? Come on, Joe. What happened, Joe?
He ain't even thought about it. I guarantee it hadn't crossed his mind. Well, he
didn't
dreamed
remember saying it.
Hell no. He was just reading what somebody stuck up there more than likely. But, I think they've got my opinion is they've already got several cures for cancer. They know how to do it. They don't want to do it.
Oh, yeah. I believe that for a good 20 years that they've had the cure for just like anything. They have the cure, then they create the problem.
Exactly. Do you think they would have created well, I better rephrase that, I guess. Do you think that we would ever heard of the big C if they hadn't had the cure? And for them anyway. There's no way that you're going to put that out and not have a cure for it. Bet your ass.
Exactly. Yep.
And no matter what else comes along, you can bet they'll have the cure for it before it comes out. For them, not us.
Yeah, I mean, and that's weird. I was actually just talking similar with that homeless guy the other day, because he was talking about how he used to have a drug problem, and it was similar to my story because mine, I hurt my back at work. I mean, I've been clean for 12 years now, but I hurt my back at work, and then the doctor gave me Vicodin. And, it took the pain away, but then I was enjoying the Vicodin. I get more. And then the doctor would only give me so many a month. So then I needed more. Otherwise the withdrawal sucks. So then I'm going to the streets to buy them. So anyway, and then what this Dylan guy pointed out was, and he's like, yeah, but you go on, he's like, that's what he did too. He's like, but then you go on the streets to get them. Oh, and by the way, he's been clean for 10 years too. So like I was saying earlier about homeless, and you think they're just all drug addicts. This guy's been clean for 10 years living on the streets, and he's still clean. So, but once you go on the streets to buy them and you get caught buying them or selling them, you're going to jail. But yet, if you go to the pharmacy, that's okay.
That's right. And the bad thing about, one of the worst things about pain pills, any kind of pain medication, is that they slow your body down, and particularly your intestines, where you can't go to the bathroom yet. And that's exactly the way that your body gets rid of toxins. So you're easing the pain, all right, but you're also making the problem much worse because your body can't get rid of what it's fighting against.
Yep. Trust me, I know, man. I may be a little gross to talk about, but I've gone over a week without, talk about painful too, man. I'd buy that stuff. I forgot what it's called, but it's like it tastes like ass, and then it comes out your ass. But you don't go to the bathroom for over a week, man. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you're in some trouble, no doubt.
Yeah.
But that's a big problem. And see, that's one reason why back before they, for all the pain doctors and stuff came along, that they didn't want to give anybody pain medicine, that wasn't dying already, because they knew that's what it did. It stops you up. And the more you hold that stuff back, well, where else is it going to go? If it can't go out, it's going to go through your body. It's just common sense. That's exactly what it is. And they'll tell you. They'll tell you about it. You ain't lying. But the thing of it is, when you get to the death, close to your death, and you're hurting so bad, I mean, that's a chance you're going to take the pain medicine. Of course, you're going to take it.
That's what sucks for me, man. Because there's been a few times where I got hurt really bad since I've gotten clean from pills, and I'd have to go to the hospital, and first thing I have to tell them is like, nope. Like, and they're like, well, we can't give you nothing. And I'm like, I did it to myself. I abused that shit so bad that even if I take one now, I know it's going to ruin the rest of my life. So I guess it makes me stronger. I know how to deal with pain better. I don't know.
There you go. And to stay the hell away from the pain medicines as much as you can. I mean, there might come when you
I won't touch it. I won't touch it. I won't. Like, it's just I don't know how I'm still alive to begin with. So, and I know
for instance, you were in a bad car wreck or something, and you had to go to the hospital, and you were in tremendous pain. Well, they'd have to give you something, But now you know how to conduct yourself to get back off of it. You know that you should get back off of it. That's a big improvement, if you ask me. You've learned, that's what I'm saying. Educate yourself, but you got to educate. So,
because I don't think anybody should be taking 20 Vicodins a day. So
hell no.
Just to feel normal, not even to get high.
I agree, man. I thoroughly agree. And I was telling my kids and grandkids that same thing yesterday and today. Just what we just talked about, being constipated and all that, and the waste can't get out of your body, so it's got to go somewhere. And I told them, if you ever need pain medicine and you're in a hospital or something, that's one thing. After you get your ass out, you got to get off of it real quick. You can't keep taking it. And a lot of doctors they'll just go ahead and give it to you, But if you take it, it's your fault.
13. I forget this. I don't know why when you just said that, this popped in my head, and that's so crazy because I forgot about it. But 13 years ago is when I first started getting clean, right? And then it was one of the times I moved out here, and I think it was when my grandpa passed, and then I went back to Michigan. Yeah, that's what it was. It was my grandpa passed, so then I went back to Michigan. I ended up staying there for almost a year because I stayed at his house, cleaned it out so they could sell it. So basically, was living there for almost a year. Then that's when I got clean. That's when I got off the pills, and I was taking something else to wean myself off of the pills. So I was still taking something, but I wasn't taking Vicodins anymore. And so anyway, and then I moved back here, but I didn't have a doctor here or any way to get that medicine. So I went back to the doctor that I used to get the Vicodins from here. And they go, we can't give that kind of medication out, but we can refill we can give you a prescription for 90 Vicodin. I was like, so I'm trying to get off of this shit.
Wait a minute. You were getting Vicodin from the same doctor before, right? Is that what you said? And then when you went back, he said he couldn't give you that medicine, but he'd give you more?
No, I was getting Vicodin from the doctor in Hawaii. Then my grandpa passed, and I moved back to Michigan for almost a year. And then when I did go back to Michigan, that's when my drug dealer that I was getting Vicodins from there, he's the one that's like, I'm not going to sell you anymore, dude. You're fucked up. Like, my own drug dealer got me sober. But so anyway, there's a drug called Suboxone that helps get you off the Vicodin, right? Yeah. So I started taking the Suboxone. and I felt way better. But then with that, you got to wean yourself off. So you just take a little bit less every day, a little bit less. You lower the milligrams, which I did.
Supposed to.
But
But did you
then when I moved, but when I moved back out to Hawaii, and I didn't have a doctor here to get the Suboxone, so I went to my doctor here that used to give me the Vicodin. And then I said, hey, I haven't taken Vicodin in like 6 months. I've been taking Suboxone, but I'm out, and I was like starting to go through withdrawals. And then the doctor that was giving me Vicodin the whole time while I was here says, well, we can't give that kind of medicine out. So I can give you a prescription for 90 Vicodin. So it's like, and so I took it because I was like withdrawn. So I was like, I don't care. I'll take anything. So if that wouldn't have happened, I'd have been clean for 13 years. But that did happen. And and I swallowed all 90 of those fuckers in like a week and a half. But
I see what you're saying. I got you.
But then I did the research, and then when that was gone and I couldn't get any more Vicodin for another month, then I started doing the research and I found a real doctor. But like I said, that's over 12 years ago. So.
Well, thank God you're off of them. That's the important thing.
Right. Yeah. It's like, but it's just amazing to me though how the doctor's like, he didn't even give a shit. Like he knows how much damage that can do to you, and he didn't even give a shit. He was just like, here, take 90 more.
Yeah, exactly. He probably wanted to keep you honest, keep coming back.
Right.
Refill.
And it's like, I'm not even in pain, but you're just gonna hand me like
ain't no difference. Yeah. But does the Suboxone, or have you say that? Does it constipation stuff?
Yeah, it did that too. I guess I don't even know. I don't know exactly how it works, but it takes that need away or that whatever, but then it's also addictive, so that you have to like it's not as dangerous as Vicodin is for your body, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I don't know anything about it, so I can't comment on it other than what you told me.
I mean, I took it for so long and really don't know nothing about it. But Mo Tibber, aloha, brother, good to see you. But you take it and you start at the 8 milligrams is like the highest. And when I first started, I was taking 1 8 milligram in the morning, 1 8 milligram at night, and they're like strips. You put it under your tongue and it dissolves. And then I went to 1.5 strips a day, then to 1 strip a day. Then I went from 8 to 6 milligrams, then 6 to 4 milligrams, all the way down to where you're basically not even taking it anymore. And then you just don't need it,
So you don't take it anymore at all? Good. Yeah.
Nope.
Good.
But no, yeah, it's I was down to like, yeah, I was a little bit here, a little bit there. And then you kind of figure out it's all in your head. Because when you get to a point, you're really not even taking it. It's like taking a sugar pill, but telling yourself, like, oh, I have to take this or I'm going to die. And all it is a sugar pill. It's like, so it's all in your head, at that point.
Yeah.
At that point, though, because in the beginning, that 8 milligram, dude, holy shit, like maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, when I was with Nina at the time too. So, and I ran out, and something with my doctor or something, and it was the weekend, and dude, I was withdrawn so bad, and I was so embarrassed too because Nina had to see me like that, and even she was freaking out. And then Monday came, and this is when I was still working for another company. And I called in, I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm coming to work, man. I was just like, it's horrible. And then we went to the doctor, or Nina drove me to the doctor because I couldn't even drive. And I get there, and it was a doctor's office. It wasn't like the pharmacy or anything like that. And the doctor had one. He opens his desk drawer, and he has one, and he hands it to me. And I put that thing under my tongue, and not even 2 minutes later, I was just like, oh, man. Dude, instantly. That shit just went away, and it's like, wow.
Well, the thing of it is, regardless where where those first ones, constipated or not, when you gotta, you know, if they done the same thing as pain pills did, for instance, the thing is you recognize you had a problem, you started trying to fix it, and then you finally have got it fixed now. So that's
Right.
wound up at is what's important, not where you started from. You
Right.
started from
Exactly.
now it clears, clean. So shit, man, that's, and I'm just saying, you know, that anybody that gets on pain medication because they want to get high, you are screwing up big time, man.
Biggest mistake. And I can't express, I literally cannot express how, like, I really am grateful every day that I'm alive because I really don't know how I didn't die 13, 14 years ago. I really don't.
Good Lord wouldn't
I
run
mean,
you that, Steve. That's all it
because
is.
it wasn't even just taking 20 Vicodins a day, just feel normal. I was putting fentanyl patches on my stomach, like the highest milligram of fentanyl patches. At the same time, I was taking Percocets on top of the Vicodins I took. I was taking Oxycontins on top of the Vicodins I was taking. Like, I really don't know how I didn't overdose. And
No shit.
like,
Figure
I really
I
don't.
think Oxycontin probably worse than fentanyl or no, ever
Right.
said. Well, see, they give me that now too. I don't use it, but they do give it to me. I just take it. I don't know why I even take it, but I do. It's more or
Dude,
less just keep arguing about it. But I don't use it.
the Oxy, man, holy shit, man. Give me one of those and 2 beers, and you could tell me that you just violently murdered everyone that I love more than life itself, and I'd be like, right on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I like I would just be so high, man. Nothing would bother me. It's just
Didn't care.
I don't know. Didn't overdose. I really don't.
It was 1,000 wonders you didn't. Well, see, now I don't know about with anybody else, but when and several people told me it don't happen with them. But when I go to the drugstore to pick up my pain medicine, I have to. They give me a Narcan, whatever it's called, a little thing. I guess you squirt it in your nose. And my question was, well, why? You know, I live by myself. How am I going to use this? You know, if I were to OD, I'd be OD. You know, and no one there to give it to me. It don't make any difference. They said you got to have it. So, you know, I got it here, but I don't know how in the hell I'd use it. But I don't take that much of it. I take enough to keep me out of pain. Is what I do. You know, so I can function. Like I said, I don't use the fentanyl patches. When I first got them, I tried 1 or 2, and I stopped. And I ain't used one since. I don't have any. I got a bunch of them.
The fentanyl patches, man. Holy shit, man. And that's the thing, because different drugs, people's bodies react differently to the same drug, you know. But for me, the Vicodin made me feel like I just did an 8-ball of coke. And the fentanyl, same thing, dude. It just gave me so much energy, and I was just like, I'd clean your entire house spotless just for fun. Like,
oh Lord, beautiful bee done hit the house. Welcome, beautiful bee. Good to see you, girl. I'd have been here earlier, but I don't got
hey, this right here is
welcome, bee.
This right here is right before. Or no, wait. This was my. It's 11. Yeah, this was right before I got clean. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, but I don't remember this picture.
That's
but
you.
That's me. I was high as a kite.
Sure don't look like you now. You changed a lot, bro.
I don't remember that picture. None of it. It was just I was high as a kite.
You look like you're enjoying yourself. So.
No, I don't remember most of it, but I definitely had a lot of fun. I know that. But shoot, oh well, we were gonna end 40 minutes ago, but conversation was so good. But yeah, I gotta get going too. We're gonna go do some stuff.
Yep, I got some stuff I gotta do, no doubt about it.
But
So
see, there you go. Like Chris guy said, does not look like. But like we were talking in the beginning, Ronnie, how people change over time, look
yep,
wise. You know.
yep. And you've definitely changed. I mean, that don't. If you hadn't told me it was you, I would have never known it. I damn
No
sure wouldn't.
shit. Yeah. And that was only like 12 years ago, 12 and a half years ago.
My goodness, man. I can still look at a picture of me when I was 28, 29 years old, and I can still tell it's me. Now, maybe I don't know about other people, but
Right. Well, like, yeah, like that one I knew. I don't remember taking that picture, but I knew it. I know it's me, but yeah, I didn't even think that it didn't look like me. But then again, oh, you know what? Next time I'll have to find the picture of me when I was like 6 years old. Actually, I think it's in that video I did for my sister. I had white hair.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to have white blonde hair myself when I was a kid. Man, I just can't get over how much you've changed in just a short time. I would like to see a profile of you, too. See, because get that your nose is prominent, and mine is too. I mean, so don't get me wrong, but
Right.
that would have really told you, how much you've changed. Because we get
Right.
older, all of us, our noses grow a little bit, our ears grow a little bit. They just do. Mine damn sure have.
Yeah, it's weird how that works, right? Like,
Yeah. My ears are almost big as elves. I got some gigantic ears. But my dad did too. I mean, boy, he had some big ears.
I just had to pull that picture up again because, yeah, it do look different. Wow.
I don't know what that means, Chrissy. Oh, mailbox. I won't forget, Chrissy. I promise you. I had to pull it up so I could see what it was.
Check the email.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll all right, let's do final thoughts.
Well, my final thought is, if unless you're in some of the most severe pain you ever had in your life, don't do pain pills, any kind of pain medicine. I mean, if you're going to do them in the hospital, and once you go to the hospital, get your ass off of it. In the hospital, it's it's controlled, But once you get the pain pills and get home, you're on your own. So be extremely careful with them. The only other thing I got to say is, hopefully, Steve, me, and Chap, and a bunch of us going to get together Tuesday night and have a little karaoke thing.
Yep. Let everyone and your neighbors, everyone know.
Hell yeah. We'll be up there singing and a sing.
Hell yeah.
And
I agree with Ronnie on that too. Just the drugs don't work. It's nothing good's gonna come out of it. Just unless you absolutely need it for pain, take it as prescribed by the doctor. But other than that, doesn't work. Doesn't do you any good. It's a temporary. Yep, temporary fix, but a permanent damage.
Exactly. Believe me, I mean, I hate seeing anybody on. I hate seeing me on the shit. I hadn't got much choice right now, but I'm telling you, if you stay the hell away from it, I mean, I can tell just by looking at my eyes, that I'm taking it. I'm not high or anything, but I can look at my eyes myself and tell that I'm taking it. And I don't like it, but it is what it is. Anyway, I love you, Steve, brother.
I love you, brother. And real quick, Dennis Bigfoot, he took my thoughts away. My final thought is be positive, show there as much as you can, fill your heart with love, and use that for why you do what you have to. Much love to you all. And that's like I always say, for my final thought, at the end of the day, we all have way more in common than we don't have in common. So don't focus on the one or two little things we don't have in common. Focus on all the stuff we do have in common, and the world will be a much better place. And always be kind to each other. Treat others how you want to be treated. It was really that simple. So with that being said, I'll say have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.